The podcast that you're about to listen to does not care about your emotions, your hypersensitivity, or your political correctness. If you wish to continue, then
Shut up and sit down.
What's going on, everybody? You're listening to the A5 podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Joining you today is John,
you.
Jonah,
What up?
Ray,
Así es.
Fabian,
Yeah.
and I'm Frank, a.k.a. PJ. Welcome. We got some good stuff on tap today. Pretty excited to talk about, so I'm going to jump actually right into it. I saw an interesting conversation, I guess I'll put it, on Facebook about porn. Ooh-wee. Somebody had posted a question as to why adults still indulge in porn. She didn't understand it. It was a woman. She literally wrote that she could understand why pubescent teenagers, I guess she was talking about males specifically, would indulge in it, but didn't understand why adults would. But it got me to thinking, like, how about you guys? How do you still indulge? Do you still partake?
Oh, do I watch nudie girls on the internet?
Yes.
Quite
frequently.
I've seen it. I wouldn't go all there, but I've seen my share of nudie girls on the internet before.
So Pamela Henderson still
I mean, I've seen my share. I've seen my share of nudie girls on the internet.
Dang, John. Pamela Anderson still making freaking visits in your house, bro?
What happened?
Pamela Anderson still visiting your home, bro? She's still making appearances?
I mean, I don't think there's an age that any dude stops beating his dick. Is there?
He's like, my
Is there an age limit?
I don't think that.
so.
I mean, maybe as long as you still have, the strength and dexterity to
Yeah, as long as you don't
actually
need
get a little grip. I guess.
I think you have to because like if you don't use it, you lose it, right?
I mean, I guess those are the
I was
rules.
going to say that. I think I read that somewhere where one of the causes of
Erectile
dysfunction is the fact that you're not getting off enough.
really.
Yeah, your body's like, what is this muscle going on here?
It's like this
This
flaccid thing down here.
Are we sure? Is that really what's causing erectile dysfunction? Lack of use of your penis?
I
mean,
mean, saying
I
that's
don't
a study
know.
that
It-
might be contributing to that. Like they're saying that's a theory out there now. They're doing studies on it, I guess.
Right. But hey, I mean, whatever. I don't think there's a problem with adults doing it. I mean, especially if you're in a relationship and y'all watch porn together, like what's the issue? You know what I'm saying?
I actually think that contributes to a really healthy relationship. Like you need,
You think so?
100%. You
How so?
you gotta shake it up a little bit. You gotta
Be
change
dangerous.
it up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because it's not necessarily just about seeing the naked people on the TV. It's the ideas, it's the situations,
Scenarios.
it's competition.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's a lot that
It's motivation, bro.
But then what's the difference of
I'm coming to plumb your house.
right. I mean, it's all about. It's not necessarily competition, but hey, maybe you might spark some ideas, or just watching somebody else do it, and you be like, you're in the bed with your wife, and you just watching somebody, and be like, oh.
wait?
And
But
then after like literally 10 minutes
Nah,
goes
I'm-
by, you're not even watching the shit no more. It's computers on the floor.
Nah, there's some competition.
I don't know, but I do that shit with Netflix
Nah.
anyway. You know what I mean? So
That's a little.
What do you do to Netflix?
Yeah, I mean, Netflix
You
is
know what I
not
mean?
getting
Like
you in the.
just-
It's not getting you in the mood though, bro.
but then
no, but
what's
it works. I mean,
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Maybe it's got those go-to shows
I'm
like
right.
this.
You know what I mean? It's dark. Watching movie. I mean, it's kind of the equivalent. I mean, but
When
you're
that-
just watching,
When that shit hits you with
or
the.
we're watching a part.
Are
but
you
that's
still
just-
watching? Like, nigga, no. Like, no.
I mean, if
I'm
it's
guilty,
really,
nigga.
if it's
I
really
wonder
good,
if Netflix did that shit on purpose for that reason. Like once that whole like Netflix and chill shit happened, I wonder if they put that. Are you still watching Feature?
Nah, they've
because
been
of
doing that. They've been safe data.
Oh, yeah?
That's why this is safe data. But even still, that's pretty cool thought. They're like, yo,
Oh.
y'all fucking yet? Y'all still
Chill.
watching? Like,
Pizza
This
and
is the-
Plow.
yeah, pizza and plow. And that's a new
Pizza
one.
and Plow. That's a new one.
So do
Yeah,
y'all
I saw that on
y'all watch porn with y'all like significant others?
I have.
I've
I mean, I know you're not doing it every night. I'm just saying.
No,
like, do you
listen,
do it? Have you
like,
done it?
That's
wanna-
that's
I've
how I know
never-
it's competition.
No, Jonah's never done it.
Nah, I've never.
Yeah, it's not something that you're interested in, or
No,
like,
you know what it is. I don't know if my wife and I have actually like spoke about it. Like to
speak about that shit.
Now, why? That becomes a question then.
Speak
why
about-
have you guys
speak
not
about that
spoken about that? Possibly. I mean, if you don't mind that question.
I can't genuinely answer that because I don't know.
And then
You
crush.
feel like it's something like you do with a slide, like the other conversation we had.
No, it's not even that. Like I wouldn't mind watching porn with my wife. Like like if she
Yeah.
came to me and was like, "Yo, you want to watch porn?" Yeah, cool, sure, let's go.
Just
watch
hasn't
porn.
crossed your mind.
Yeah, like it's you know what I'm saying. Like it never came across my mind to sit down with her and say, "Yo, what's up? You want to watch some porn?" real
I don't
quick?"
know. I mean, I get why. Again, you've been married what 3 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been married. It'll be 8 years this year, and so now at this point, I'm trying to do some wild shit. Like we did missionary. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? like what's next?
Yo,
on
Jonah,
us?
Jonah, I feel the same way though. I never watched porn with any of my partners, bro. I just didn't feel the need to. I feel like I don't know. There's not really a need for me to start watching and fantasizing about somebody else other than the person that I'm with.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just never like it. It just never crossed my mind.
I get
man.
that there's not a need, but I mean, you don't need any of it. At this point, I'm trying to
Well-
have the most fun. I'm trying to get whips changed,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
swings.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
yeah.
tie you up. I'm trying to blindfold you.
that
I'm
bed you
handcuffing
told me about, I forgot the name of it.
the yoga chair.
Yeah,
the yoga chair.
that's what it was.
I'm getting whips. I'm getting this. I'm getting that.
What does that have to do with porn, though?
What was that?
What does that have to do with porn?
What does that
No,
have to do
what
with
I'm
porn?
saying is that's just another thing. That's just something you add to the list of nasty shit that you want to do the older you get. and the
It's a
more
tool.
Right, it's
becomes-
it's another
porn
tool.
becomes a tool
Right.
to help.
It's a gateway drug.
Because it's not like
I was gonna lead into that, man,
Yeah.
because sometimes it starts off that way where it might become a tool, and then one of the parties becomes addicted to it, and now it's a need for them. Like they have to
Man,
watch it.
I don't.
I
know.
mean-
I know. Porn. They say porn addiction exists.
It's
but
a thing. Like it really is.
I don't. I'm not saying it, but like, there's other issues going on in the relationship if that becomes an addiction. Like that.
I don't think so.
I'm just that's my opinion, because in order for it to, in order for it to become an addiction, there needs to be a certain level of consistency, right? And then on top of it, lack of attention from the other person, right? From your significant other.
Mhm.
If you constantly got all this time to go beat off, right? What's your wife doing?
Not getting it.
not sucking your penis.
Yeah, I mean that might be a contributing factor to that. I'm just saying I think there's so a lot of addictions in general.
Right.
There's underlying causes that lead to it, like people who have emotional disorders. Right, one of the cliche questions is or information that's sought is, tell me about your mother, tell me about your father, tell me about your family, right? Because there's underlying shit that led to their emotional instability,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you talk about a porn addiction, I think there's underlying things that led to that. Maybe not a lack of attention, but I'm saying, like,
In some cases, yeah, I feel like there may be, but I don't know. I feel like let's take a guy for example, right? If a guy watches porn and becomes addicted to it, I think that there may not be some underlying issue. I think they just feel like they just enjoy watching like somebody else beat a girl, like, or choke her, or
I don't think it's that, because sometimes you just might see like
they're
a
more
bad.
interested in that than their wife.
No, I mean it's not even. I don't know. I can't, because
I
I
mean,
don't
it
have
could
a
be a
porn
form-
addiction, but I don't want to just put it on. Oh well, you like to see people abuse, or there's some kind of emotional shit. Like sometimes, I'm sure you just think a bitch is bad, and you just really like how she look, and you just
That's-
want
Yeah,
to.
the typical she
Yeah,
gets your shit live, then you're like,
Yeah,
yo,
that's.
babe.
I mean, I think that's really
Well,
what
then-
porn
but
is,
that's what I'm
because how
saying,
many
but then
times have
that's-
you jerked off to a bitch that you don't physically like? Like never, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this bitch got a man face. I'm not doing that. So
Right.
my point is like it's not, I don't think it's always like about, oh, I have some kind of underlying need. Sometimes you just find
I think
a
it's
bad
a-
bitch.
I
You
think
know
he's
what I'm
right.
saying? Like
Well, that's
it's-
what I'm saying. That's probably what it is too.
For just a form of entertainment. You know, I know some people just watch it just like if they're watching fucking Friends.
Word.
Hey, I'm just gonna put on some.
Yeah, but
porn
I'm
right
not jerking myself off to fucking Lisa Kudrow.
No,
you
no,
know what I'm saying? Like,
now. Nah, it just ain't about it. He's just so used to watching. Just like, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't really understand it, but
Yo, people, when I was in Afghanistan, people would freaking just watch porn just to watch porn in a group. People just watch porn in groups.
that's a little weird to me.
I've heard
That-
of that, man. I don't know how people could do that.
That's kind of
Any more than
awkward.
two is like meaning me and my wife, too much. You know what I mean? That's
nah,
a
but
little.
I mean, it depends. I mean, you know, if you had a group, you know, of
Swing-
guys and girls
swingers-
or swingers
swinging
just chilling,
parties.
and you know, when we they're at a party,
Well, I'm not
it's
that.
winding down.
I'm not. I'll tell you right now, I'm not that comfortable in my manhood to sit there and watch porn with a bunch of dudes.
No, I say a bunch of dudes.
Nah, that's
It's mixed. You got
If
girls
there's
there, too?
one other guy,
No,
I'm not sitting there watching porn with that. I'm
Nah,
not.
definitely not.
I just think there's some weird shit is about to go down, and I have to get out the building because I'm not about that weird shit. Like,
you got to get out the building.
yo, if you go to a party, you walk. Let's say y'all came over here today to chill, right? And then y'all just walked through the door. You thought we was gonna play Dragon Ball, and you walked through the door, and we're just sitting in the living room watching mad porn. Wouldn't you?
I'm
You know,
walking away. I'm
yeah.
not, I'm
Yeah,
not-
you're
I'm
just gonna
leaving.
turn your ass around, go right back out the driveway, and go home.
Yeah.
Right? You're not gonna.
Catch me when it's over,
Oh,
That's
right.
true.
So yeah, who wants to? I just think that if you're doing group porn watches, like y'all doing, like, hey, after work, we're just gonna throw on this new fucking
Nah,
porn.
Nah, I don't
Nah.
think anybody does that. But no.
Nah, yeah, there's people.
Oh, I'm sure there's people that
There's so much weird stuff in the world, and you're gonna think that people don't do that.
I mean,
dude, a lady had sex with a dead man. Didn't we go over
Right.
this last
We
week?
just went through this last
This
week.
stuff happens. Like,
That
sex-
wouldn't even be the weirdest thing to say happens.
yeah, sex parties are definitely a thing, and I'm sure jerking off parties are probably just as much of a thing as sex parties, because jerking off parties probably lead to sex parties.
I mean, I don't
But
too much.
generally speaking, I don't think porn is a problem in a relationship if y'all both want to do it. Like, and it's again, usually you don't get fucking 10 minutes past the porn. You get oh shit, and then hey, I'm not even watching the screen no more.
Nope.
Now it's now what's going on. Again, you use it as a tool, right?
You
Just
to start the engagement.
right, just like you use from any other tools that you get from Spencer's Gifts. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
It's the same kind of tools.
mhm, mhm.
Just one is it's a visual thing, and we are visual beings, and I think that's why men gravitate to porn more than anything, because we're very visual, right?
See,
We don't have a click to be stimulated. It's just this. We just got a thing in between your legs.
That's a real interesting statement that you said, that men gravitate to porn more. I wonder how true that is.
Women watch
Honestly,
porn,
no,
but
it-
I think we
it's-
gravitate to it,
it is-
more.
I think
It
we're
is- it
more
is
open
true.
about it than
It is.
I think
Similar.
I'll agree with that. I agree
Yeah.
that we're probably more
I don't
open
think it's
about
50-50,
it.
Nah,
though.
statistically,
I don't know.
statistically, men do watch more porn than females.
What statistics you got on that? Holla at me.
I mean,
You're
well,
gonna
we
throw
can,
that
we can,
out
We
there.
can Google it.
I'm working on
Yeah,
it, bro.
Google it. Statistically, men watch more porn than females.
Let's see. Do men watch?
I could definitely
More
see that, especially
porn.
being a teenager. You know what I mean? That I could definitely see.
There are females that watch.
72% men, 28% women.
I think they fronting.
By what? By what? By what?
That is fightthedrug.org.
Fight the drug. Is that a
Yeah.
Christian site?
No,
don't
I think
know.
that might be like a porn addiction
Yeah.
Fight
foundation. or
drug.
whatever.
Fight the
org.
new drug. Fight the new drug. So
Porn is ruining relationships.
I don't know about all that.
It is. Look it up.
this whole website is dedicated to porn ruining relationships.
Porn is ruining relationships.
It might be a biased website then.
My man, listen to this. You know it's ruining relationships when you need therapists to help you with your relationship
So-
because you have a porn addiction.
So according to bustle.com, apparently women watch more porn than men do. At least when length is considered.
Oh no! See, we're saying the same shit, and I see here that it says 37% of gay male porn viewers are women. The fuck are you ladies out on here? Oh, because no, I'm gonna tell you why I
that
say
ain't no
that.
different than us dudes
No, I'm gonna
watching
tell you.
TV.
I'm gonna tell you. Every
But they're
girl,
watching gay porn though.
no, every girl that I've ever like talked to about like how do they feel about gay porn, they say that it's disgusting and they don't like they would rather watch
For-
two women.
For women over 45, they watch gay male porn. 37% watch gay male porn viewers. Or Yes, there you go.
They watch gay porn.
Thank you.
37% of women viewers watch gay
I
porn.
wasn't expecting that.
That ain't
But-
no,
but
no,
no,
the
listen,
kid-
that ain't
That's
no
wild.
different than us dudes watching girls.
Nah,
garage.
I think ours
almost the
our
same
numbers probably got to be higher. We got to
well,
be
way
at-
higher.
like it's got to be 70% watching lesbian porn. For some, I mean, most of the time, because you're not turning away unless you're grossed out by lesbians.
I
Like,
don't know.
you grossed out by lesbian porn?
What?
You grossed out by?
What?
Are you grossed
What?
out by lesbian
No,
porn?
no,
That's
no.
what I'm asking.
Well,
you.
no. What I was saying was I don't know if your statistics are true because again I'm going back to the whole statistics of men watching more porn than females. I think men literally watch the physical man and female porn more than they would lesbian.
I just think they watch any porn more. Doesn't matter. It ain't not just male. Female,
Women are
the-
more likely to look for pregnancy porn.
Whoa. Yeah, because
They're
Oh,
actually-
yeah, because that's when the shit peaks. When I'm
They're
pregnant.
actually 27% more likely to look for pregnancy porn, and it's most popular in the 25 to 34 age range.
They're in the pregnancy range, man. They're trying
Bro.
to make sure
Yeah.
they can have sex while they
ladies, let's have a conversation.
Yo, look for cow porn.
Oh,
look
dress up
at
as
the
cows.
women that
Yes.
dress up as cows.
Oh, or like you ever heard of furries? The
Oh,
the
I've
pe-
heard of that.
the
Yeah,
people who dress up in like fur, like animal outfits, like bunnies and shit, and they just have like sex parties and stuff.
Nah.
Dude, man,
It sounds like a fucked
Women
up
are
Disney movie.
16% more likely to watch porn on their
Yo,
phones.
it sounds like a sex Comic Con.
oh yeah. Comic-Con is big for that. So wait, porn mobile numbers is what? 16%.
Women are 16% more likely to watch porn on their phones, but 34% less likely to use their desktops.
Yeah, because they don't want to get caught on their phones. They won't get caught.
I guess not.
No, I think it's the convenience because they're in bed. They're gonna put your laptop in bed. You know what
Nah, bro,
They-
because
they
they're
chilling.
watching.
Hey, you ain't
All
putting
of
a
a sudden-
desktop in
I
bed.
mean? All of a sudden,
bro.
they're fucking flicking the bean.
Nah,
You know,
you know where they're watching porn at?
What?
At work, in the bathroom, when they're sitting in the toilet.
You
and
think
all
so?
that. Yeah, that's where they're watching porn. They don't
Nah.
want. My man, listen. There's a stereotype with a girl watching porn. You ask a girl if she watches porn, they're all gonna tell you no, but they all do it in secret.
Ladies, where do y'all watch porn at? Like, write us somewhere on the comments on IG or email us. I'm curious because I'm I think that women don't even really do that shit like that. Because every time you ask a woman about like masturbating to porn or just even watching porn or masturbating in
always do
general,
it.
they always say they don't do it and it's ill and it's nasty. Like, I want a woman to not lie to me for once.
Oh,
Somebody-
they're for sure. They're for sure out.
ladies, tell me.
They're for sure out there. There were some big changes in what women were searching for between 2014 and 2015. Men performing cunnilingus skyrocketed
Okay.
by over 500%, and so did fucked hard and screaming.
I guess they like
That's
their vages.
what
eaten.
women were searching for.
Uh-huh.
Romantic sex, meanwhile, only grew by 125%.
So what was the highest again?
Men performing cunnilingus.
Vagina eating.
Yes.
What was the number?
Okay.
It grew by over 500%, and so did fucked hard and screaming. Like,
That's wild. That's wild.
but see, this is almost more reason to like to do it, in my opinion, to watch porn with your significant other because you find out what they're interested in. Like,
You can find out what they're interested in by just talking to them.
Nah, not necessarily
Nah,
true, man.
sometimes
'Cause
that
some
shit
people don't
comes
like to
out
talk
like-
about that.
Yeah, like all of a sudden you're in bed, and all of a sudden she's just like,
It goes.
stick it in. Oh, what? You know, just
It
Well,
kind of goes back to
What
what.
about that part?
It kind of goes back to what.
I said they're still finding out by communicating with them.
It kind of goes back to what John said.
That's still finding out by communication.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, communicating only takes you so. Sometimes you have to be in the mood to communicate certain things.
Sometimes you might be too scared to communicate and just want to slide something in. You know,
Well, it's
Pick a hole. Hey, like that?
it kind of goes back to something you said a little earlier.
Let
man,
the
where you
porn
was
do the
like-
work too.
Where you said that people don't like to talk about it. Like it's one of those topics that Americans just don't like to speak about. You can
Right.
speak about everything else besides sex.
Yep, you can talk about guns, religion, politics. You can talk about other people's sex lives and
Right.
if somebody is gay or not, but you can't talk about your own sex life and what you like and what you're interested in. Like I found like it's so crazy because like there's a lot of people out there that'll go through a whole relationship and never tell their partner what they like and what they don't like, or never even ask their partner what they like and don't like, and they sex lives be boring and trash, like only because you're raised in this country to never even talk about sex. Now you'll have sex with the person, you'll be inside of them, and don't still want to ask them about it. Like, hey, do you like this? Or it's still weird and taboo. Like, I don't understand where our mindsets come from as far as sex. Like, we do it. So why are we so afraid to talk about it? I think that if we talked about it more, we would enjoy it more. We would have more awareness. You probably cut down a lot of disease and stuff like that, but we're so afraid to talk about it. Like, why is that? You know?
Yeah, you're 100.
Because sex is awesome, and watching professionals have sex, you can learn a lot. I'm not gonna front. In my younger years, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Professionals?
Because them bitches is getting
listen,
paid.
no.
Listen, don't think.
I mean,
A lot of
I
shit,
understand
they
that. I
really
understand that.
enjoy
but
it.
No,
That's
no,
just
it's
for
not
show.
about. I know it's
So
right.
they
They're not
professional.
enjoying it, but they act like they do, and you believe them bitches. Listen,
Nah,
I
that's-
did for a while.
They
until
really
that
enjoy,
shit didn't work.
Nah,
Listen.
they
Real
fucking
life.
enjoy that shit.
you
They're
have,
not
you
faking
could.
that shit.
I'm gonna tell you.
What?
They're not faking that
Yeah,
shit.
they are.
They
Some of them
actually
are.
do
If
shit.
you do,
Some of them are. Some of them aren't. It
There's
depends.
documentaries like about the porn industry where a lot of the actors and actresses are
Maybe soft porn.
are in
Nah,
in general
pros.
that they'll
They-
tell you when they're in front of the camera because there's so many people around, you're doing multiple takes.
You really
like,
can't enjoy it.
There's actually a lot that goes into
It's
actually
work.
making it's
No,
not.
no. I understand
So
that, but there's,
they don't have an opportunity to enjoy it, and plus
Listen.
they're not emotionally connected. Versus when they
no,
go
no, no.
home,
Listen, when I say that they're not enjoying it, I don't mean like they're physically not enjoying it, because none of these porn stars can tell me that they don't enjoy it at least a little bit, because a female needs to be wet in order for it to be anything.
nigga, they make lube for that reason.
Yeah, but then you're just damaging yourself.
They're getting
Sometimes-
paid to. That's like
sometimes
an
they
NFL
like it.
star.
Like
yeah,
sometimes they
they run out onto the field
Well,
and take the hits, nigga,
I
because they get paid.
I guess the original point
I
was there
guess,
are
I
professionals
guess.
because some of them like it because you also watch interviews and say some of them that's why they started doing it. They like
right,
sex and they like
A
they
lot
like
of them
it.
don't, and a lot of them know the difference
Point is-
between the sex that they're having on the camera and the sex
Yeah.
that
But
they're having with their
There
significant
there
other.
are professionals. There is a Kevin Durant and a LeBron James of porn. There are professionals out there, and there's amateurs too, and you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And it's not just whether their video quality is high or not, or if it's grainy or not. It's
That's usually what it
there's
is.
performances. You know what I'm saying? So they get paid. I give mad respect to porn workers because like y'all not just acting like Hamlet. Like somebody is pounding you. Like you might have a thing in your hole that you might not want there, and you just gotta take it.
I don't know if I agree with that too.
About what.
Whether she likes it or not, whether you know what I'm saying.
Some
that
of them,
they-
but listen,
Nah, because you
some
know.
of the bitches like that shit.
Listen, the female knows if the dude is a big, he's big,
Yeah.
right? They know whether or not they want to take that job. Like you ain't going in there blinded.
Well,
You
yeah,
you
but-
agreed to this.
Yeah, but if you getting paid, you getting paid. Like, look,
I understand that, but if a dude got a fucking 15-inch dick, she's not gonna. I mean, if she knows damn well, nah, I can't take that. She's not gonna sign up for that.
maybe not. I'm not
Or
saying you're
someone
wrong.
see it as a challenge.
Bro,
Bro,
they're-
it's really good.
They're contract
Or someone
workers.
see it as a challenge, which is really good.
Some will, and then find out that they fail. Like nah, that shit was wild. Like I can't do this.
They
but it's
contract
too
workers,
late,
bro.
But
Like,
it's too late.
Look, revenue estimates for the porn industry vary
Billions.
widely. Some believe the industry does not even make $6 billion a year, while others say it makes 10, 15, or even $97 billion. Because most porn firms are privately held, it's impossible to get a completely accurate estimate.
Yeah, they would never publicly trade a porn.
But
There's a lot of money that's being made in that industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the point is she's
ton of
definitely
money.
brilliant.
Pornhub alone claims it racked up 28.5 billion views last year, and this is an article from 2018.
I believe it. How many
28
came from y'all?
5.
Can you imagine?
I don't even believe that shit. I wouldn't even believe it if that's the number you told me.
He's like, I provided half that number.
Nigga, 5? Nigga, 5?
Shit.
There's 5 of us here right now that, in a year?
We
Oh,
probably
man.
contribute to a good number to that.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised, yo. Like, you ever read the comments on Pornhub and then just not even watch the video and just be laughing at the shit that they be talking? Like, I swear to God, sometimes you just get
Nah,
bored.
you know,
No.
I can't watch the
One
comments.
day, just get bored, right?
Nah, I can't.
Don't even be horny or nothing like that. Just go on Pornhub when you're just regular, right? And find like an ugly girl, like an ugly, really beat in the face fucking bitch, right?
Yeah.
I think
then-
that's a category.
And then right, yeah.
It probably is.
And then
It probably
it is. And then just start reading the comments, and they be flaming bitches. Like it be jokes in the comments. Like they're the best comment section in all of the internet. It really is. Like
Oh yeah, some of them
I
are
love that
pretty
a
shit.
funny.
lot of that stuff is really
Some
good.
of them is pretty funny, but then the reason why I say I can't because sometimes I've actually done that. Like I'll just be like, yo, let me go on to it, and I'll read the comments, and these dudes is like really like, yo, this the best bitch in the world. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like,
I love it how she takes the dick so deep.
and it's like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
you'll start reading them, and it's just like, damn, nigga, did you actually
Niggas
get
be
girls?
thirsty. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
they be thirsty. Like I'm just stopping by.
No.
Y'all niggas, you gotta create an account. You gotta have an email and login to leave a comment. Like, how invested are you?
Yo,
Those are the guys that have the porn addiction
yo,
that
dude,
Jonah was talking about.
Yeah,
Yo,
right, yeah.
yo, these
That's
dudes,
commitment.
these dudes will be in the comments and be like, "Yo, why you got to do it that way? No, do it this position and do it that. Like,
Yeah.
no, this shit is whack." God damn,
I hate it when
why
she's-
you in here for all that?
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
if you don't like it,
But they're really
go search somewhere else.
I was actually being serious. Those are the kind of
Oh, no,
people
I
that have
know.
that porn addiction because like you're getting into it like that. Like you treating it like that's
I don't
your
even
girl
think.
and
I
shit.
think the
Like,
people
well,
that's
relax,
addicted,
bro.
like if I'm addicted to crack, I don't want to read like things about crack. I just want to smoke the crack. I think those are people that just trolls and bored. Like I'm just gonna
I
get on
don't
this
know.
internet. I enjoy beating my dick, but I enjoy
it's got to be
trolling more.
Some
You know what I'm
kind
saying?
of
But you-
problem. That's a problem.
Yeah. Some people just like to start problems.
I just people like to
White
comment,
people.
and you know what? Like on the videos on Facebook and shit like that. I'm sorry, I'm part of the comment reading association.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit be freaking taking.
I be
fly
all
by-
in your
I
shit.
be
I mean, listen, if you're gonna
dying.
put your
I'm
whole
dying.
shit out there, like if you see a post and they've got 28 comments, you're like, and somehow Facebook always manages to show you the real the juicy ones where you're
Of
like, oh
course.
shit, what was
There's
they talking
there's
about?
algorithms for bullshit.
Like, yeah,
You know
man,
what I'm saying?
you're gonna pay attention to
Yeah,
that.
I just want to
shit.
let anybody know that I know personally that are listening to this podcast right now. If you ever have your Facebook drama on my Facebook newsfeed, me, Jonathan, I am in your shit and I am laughing at you. And don't be like, oh, maybe he didn't see that one that time. No, I saw that one too. And you're messy and I'm in all your shit. So if you don't want me showing my wife, like, look at this stupid bitch, you see what she's saying? Like, she's crazy. Why she putting her business out? If you don't want me doing that, stop putting your business on Facebook. That was just a little sidebar.
I think you're right about that. I see that shit all the
Stop
time.
telling the internet you world, like,
Yeah.
I be all in y'all
I
shit.
don't, man. I can't
Dude,
do
I've
this.
never clicked see more so much in my life. Oh, there's more?
That's what I'm saying. When
Yeah,
you see
there's
all these
more?
comments,
Oh,
like you're
yeah.
like, wow, this must have been a
Oh.
good convo.
You putting your baby father out on Front Street telling me that the nigga don't pay child support. I am there for the sauce.
What?
I am there with my
Not
popcorn
me.
too.
Not me.
I might even fucking
No,
what do you-
because people will go too far.
I might even
mean-
cast that shit to my TV so we can sit there on the couch
All
and
right,
watch
see,
this shit.
now
Nah, that's
that's a
OD.
lot.
Why? I mean, listen, if you putting all your feelings, you putting all your everyday life, every problem you got in your relationship on the internet that don't go away for people to see.
Nah, I can't do it.
Then now
It's fair game.
you want me to be.
No,
Nah.
it's fair. I agree with that. It's
No,
fair.
you
I don't
want-
know if I'm gonna spend all that time.
It's-
Why
I-
not? That is there for my entertainment. That's why you put it on the internet. You
Nah.
put it on there because if you didn't put it on there for my entertainment, you would have wrote it in a fucking diary. Stop telling your fucking business. Nobody cares.
Definitely put it out there for attention.
Listen,
for sure.
we don't
Yeah.
care. Like,
Oh, it's
listen,
always attention,
nobody cares about the issues that you have. We are just like
I
entertained
can't-
by your misery.
Nah,
Like, no, I'm telling you.
not me.
All right.
I can't
What do
do
you
it.
mean?
I can't do it, man. Because if I go start going into reading people's shit, if they're going through some real, so there's two type of people, right? There's the one person who's going through it, like going through a real bad, serious situation, they're depressed as fuck, right? And then there's the other one who puts their business out on fucking-
Outreach,
that puts it on Facebook. Yo, this dude this or this bitch that, and
attention
whatever.
seeker.
Right. Me, I can't go through those comments because if you're the one who's in a depressed situation, then I start to feel your depression. Like I start to feel bad for you and get to your level. And then if you're the one who's if you're the one who's giving
John's
all
face
the
is
bullshit,
great.
if you're the one who's going through it on a real negative way, then I start to feel your negative energy, and I can't do that.
I believe it's all for attention. I don't believe there's one fucking soul that if you tell me
I'm
you're
not
depressed, if
disagreeing
you
with
tell
that.
me if you tell me you're depressed and you put that shit on Facebook, not on Angel Inspiration, go visit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a dope ass website where you can actually get, talk to people.
Appreciate
That's
that.
not good. That's a platform actually meant for that.
Right.
Right.
There are platforms for the care that you need, for the outreach that you need. Again, Angel Inspiration. But when you're on Facebook or you're on Twitter and you're sitting there, I don't feel bad for you. You're not doing it
Well,
because
see, I'm not-
you're seeking help. You're not doing it because
Mhm.
you really no. That's not a cry for help. That's a cry for attention.
No,
You
I
want
agree.
them reactions, and so. And the second you put
agree.
anything on the internet, it's for somebody else. You
Agreed.
only put it there for somebody else to see it.
Correct, but
I agree.
it's the reason behind it because you got people doing it for attention. Yes, we
It's
can
all
agree it's for
attention.
attention.
No,
But
it
if
is
It's
it's
all
it's-
attention,
it's-
100% attention.
It's for like feel bad for me attention, or is it for I really need some help attention, or I just want everybody to know.
I don't even
hey,
believe it. I don't
attention,
even-
I want everybody to know that I'm having a big barbecue. I want all my friends and family to come. This is the easiest way to communicate. So that's the attention they're trying to put out.
Yeah, that's still
So it
attention.
depends on what it is.
Obviously-
It depends on the reason behind the
You
attention.
if you put your feelings out there, and I mean, it's not. Of course, it's not anybody, but I think if you dare to put your feelings out there, like, oh, we going through this and we going through that, and we really need help and blah. If you dare, oh man, you're opening yourself up for you gave the license to the world to say whatever the fuck they want about you.
Agreed,
True.
100%.
True.
I agree 100%. But it's just for me, I just start feeling your energy, and I don't want that.
So, all right. So then a question then.
Yeah.
Because it's an interesting statement. So I see how I can almost bring this back around. We got a little bit off. So if that being said, if you feed off the energy of what you're viewing or taking in, wouldn't watching porn with your wife then give you the energy to rock the fuck out?
Come back full circle.
Possibly. Possibly. I can't answer that wholeheartedly because I haven't done it.
We're gonna write
But
you.
possibly. Possibly.
We're gonna write you an Alpha 5 prescription. Go to your wife and be like, yo, I got these websites.
Or
We're gonna get.
Listen, how about this?
Like, Jonah
Mel-
knows the sites.
Yeah,
that
listen.
ain't the problem.
Take-
Mel, listen,
Jonah
you
knows
go
the
get that-
sites.
Listen, Mel. I know you're gonna be listening to this. The guys want me to watch porn with you, so just let me
I mean,
know
I
when
don't
you
want
want
that.
to.
No,
wait. Why you
listen.
make it sound like I don't want
No,
that? I'm just
I
saying-
do. I want that for
Yo,
them.
don't say everybody. I'm not agreeing.
All right, I want that for them.
So
I-
just,
I-
tell me,
I will-
just tell me when you
I will
want to,
subscribe
and,
to
I'll-
that.
and just tell me when you want to, and I'll put it on Apple TV.
Oh, damn, he getting fancy.
Yeah, you getting the fancy
getting
shit.
Because we're not
Ooh.
gonna. I mean, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this
Ah,
right. I'm gonna turn the surround sound on.
That's what's
I'm gonna
up.
turn the surround sound on the
Oh
house.
shit, Leo going to
Go-
grandma's tonight.
That's right. Go.
That house is
what's up.
rocking.
That's
I'm not
what's
gonna
up.
put it on the iPad or the phone. No, we're gonna watch it on TV. Like we're gonna sit down and watch it as if
Yeah,
with a
listen.
fucking bucket of ice cream, and then we're gonna
Bruh.
put the shit.
Oh, but wait, all right, you ain't watching it for storyline, bro.
Nah,
Like,
right.
niggas ain't gonna get a
Nah,
bucket of ice cream.
sometimes-
Who wants to do
sometimes-
anything?
Sometimes the
Nah,
storyline's
sometimes-
actually really fun.
Them stories be dope.
Yeah.
And it gets you
You're gonna
more-
sit there and watch a bucket of ice cream and watch a porn.
not
I mean,
with a
you're not-
bucket of
I'm not-
ice cream.
That's what he just said, bro.
Listen,
Nah,
listen,
ice
listen.
cream, my nigga.
like,
What just happened here?
Let's get
Why
some
not?
big
You see what I'm
jerseys and
saying?
watch some
Like, we
porn.
Why
got-
not?
we
Why
gotta teach him
not,
how to do it right, bro.
Only if I'm using the ice cream for nasty purposes.
Thank you. All right, that's
so
different.
why wouldn't it not be? I mean, you still have the ice cream there. Why not? Why couldn't?
Let's
listen.
eat
Listen.
this shit and
Listen.
then put it on our butt cheeks.
Nah. Listen. Here's the curveball. Right? Ready? What if you watching the porn,
Uh-huh.
right? And
Uh-huh.
in that porn, they have the fucking what's that shit called? The chocolate syrup all
yeah,
over the
okay.
body with that. And you just so happen to be having the ice cream there, like, oh shit, you know what? Why don't we
Because
just try
usually
this?
you can see it in the thumbnail if it's there or not.
Nah,
I mean, they usually give you a description of what's going down.
Listen.
You'll never run into some shit like that unless you search
I don't
it.
know,
nigga.
man. You talking
I'm
about?
fucking with you. I'm
Hey,
playing
listen.
devil's advocate. I get what
Nah.
you're saying, but
No, fuck,
Nah.
fuck that. He talking about doing this shit in the living room, watching on the TV.
Oh,
you
here
gonna
we
get
go.
that shit all over your couch.
Here
Somebody
we
gotta
go.
go
Oh,
sit
yeah.
in
Oh,
that.
It's gonna make a
here
mess.
we go.
Fuck yeah, nigga.
No. I mean,
You better
listen.
buy a tar from Home Depot.
If you're not getting nasty all over your house, then what's the point?
But why you gotta get ice cream everywhere?
Well, the ice cream. Well, I mean, listen, there's other stuff gonna get everywhere too. So which
But
is
ain't
worse?
nobody
Like,
gonna notice that. That's not gonna leave that.
when
kind
it
of a
dry up,
mess.
it looked the
I
same.
mean, I'm sorry, but if somebody walks in, what happens if it's Halloween and you just so happen to have a black light in your house? Ooh.
I don't. I really.
Ooh.
I have
Ooh.
zero.
It's
It's about to be
interest in going
CSI up in this bitch.
They-
man.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
those damn dogs
What
just
then?
keep on doing shit
Yeah.
all over the place.
That's
Okay.
my excuse.
Fucking on my couch.
That's my
Yeah.
excuse.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But you don't be scared of making a mess, nigga. Making messes is the
It's-
part of fun.
I'm just not making a mess with a bucket of ice cream.
Okay. Well, no.
Like-
the other day you were saying, well, a few weeks ago you were saying you ain't trying to make a mess
Exactly.
at all, nigga. No, what? You gotta get some kind of
Listen.
puddle there.
All right, so I got another question for you. I got another question.
All right, what's the next question?
Do you think that it's possible to tell how someone is in bed based off like how they dance?
Yep. I sure do. I believe that. You can get it's not an exact science, but you can get an idea. You get an idea.
Yes.
You get
Hell
an idea.
yes. Hell yes.
All right.
Strong yes.
All right. Explain.
Not always, man.
Ray, you chopping up, bro.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
I said not always, man.
Yeah, he said racist. So racist always. Yeah.
Always.
So what do you think? What do you guys think?
I didn't.
not
I said
not
not
always.
always. Not always. Not always.
I really don't know. I really don't know.
I think a little bit of both, but I'm leaning towards more if you could shake it like that. You about that life. You know what I mean? Because she. I mean, the only reason why I would say every time is a good indicator if she could fucking twerk, if she could dance, she could do all that shit. She's good in bed. Except there was one, fucking starfish. But she could shake. Yo, I was like, what is this? You talking all that, you fronting in the fucking club, and now what are we doing? What is this?
Oh, it was trash.
It wasn't that it was trash, but
She was a starfish. That means she was just laid out, spread out.
That's
what she did.
Yeah, what's up?
That's
I'm
what she
here.
did the whole
I'm
time.
Here. You should be lucky to have me.
Oh,
Here you go. And I'm like, what?
She did.
This ain't the way it works.
She
You
did.
bet.
She did the flayed man
Flayed.
from
Exactly.
from Game of Thrones, and nigga just laying there and shit.
Blade woman, and then that shit was not. Yeah, but that only happened once. But for the most part, that's a pretty good indication that you're gonna have a good time that night.
Yeah,
She about it. But
yeah.
I mean, you have to ask. This is one of the questions where you probably have to ask the females out there. Have the other way around? You could dance. Is he putting it down or no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't. I mean, guys, I don't think we're held to a higher standard of dancing. Like, I think if we could two-step pretty well, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't think as much. Because
I'm not a great dancer, but
guys in general, like, unless you're doing some kind of dance competition or some shit like that, where you got to break it down, like, you're not expected to do much on the dance floor necessarily.
Right.
And except for like
Nah,
the Spanish culture is a little different.
You do some Sean Paul
Like-
shit. You gotta move with it. With
Nah, I just thrust
What
my
the fuck-
pelvic
what Sean
forward
Paul
and
shit you
just let
talking
her
about?
do the work.
What Sean Paul shit you do?
We used to get down even back when we were kids. Freaking high school shit recognizes all
You used to try.
Yeah, and then you get better. You get better over the years.
I guess
like
I
with
get,
anything
but
experience.
the question is, did that determine how good you were at sex? Because whether you could dance or not? Because I don't. I wasn't a great
For
dancer.
a guy, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's why I think a girl. It matters more for a girl than a guy.
Because a girl has a lot more waist movements.
A lot of hips.
Yeah, a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? The girl may look good, right? You could be at a club or something like that, or even when you was in school, whatever. And the girl, she could be bad as fuck. And then you go see her dance with her homegirls. If she can't fucking move, then you just like, I ain't going over there. Like, you look good, but I don't know if I want to go dance with you. I might holler at you after you drunk to see if you gonna go home with me or not.
But you still
know
look
what I'm
trash.
saying?
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna go dance with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For a girl, there's more. I hate that. Maybe it sounds fucked up, but whatever. There's more expectations. Like,
It's not fucked up. That's life. Man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the world.
No, but I say it's fucked up only because men aren't viewed the same in that.
I
They're
mean,
just
listen,
not.
I'm
Like,
not expecting
you're
a
not-
girl to
if
fucking
a-
lift a wheelbarrow full of cement either. I mean, there's some just expectations, man.
But I'm
No,
all right.
they look at us. They say the same shit. They're like, "Oh, damn! I see the way you move." What's
Yeah,
up? And
but-
it gets something like,
But the bar's
makes them
lower.
curious.
But the
Yeah,
bar's
the
It
lower.
is- oh yeah, it is lower.
The
But
The bar's a lot lower.
But we
like-
also
yeah,
are
hell
less
yeah.
beautiful than them. We don't look as good. Even a good-looking guy don't look better than an average-looking girl. Like most of the time, because we're fucking dudes and we're ugly. Like, we look at us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the bar is always gonna be lower. So yeah, I don't have to fucking dance like top of the line dancer for you to think that I'm. All I gotta do is have a little rhythm. I got you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Just show. I think kissing is more of an indication than dancing.
Yes.
Because if a girl can't kiss, then I know that you just don't have that passion about you. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be whack. You're gonna be mad stiff.
I can agree with
If
that.
you kiss like this with your lips like puckered and mad tight,
Mad hard and
yeah,
shit.
like I got kiss you mad hard. That you
Yeah.
you gonna do the flayed man. You're just gonna sit there, spread eagle on the bed, and just let a nigga.
See, I almost feel like they're more likely to be like a flopping fish, just all over the
Oh,
place.
man. Just whatever slow, disgusting,
Especially
slimy
if they
animal.
kiss you with fish face.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna be the
Oh,
I know,
flopping
maybe
fish.
she just action. She could just be a bad
A
kisser.
girl ever
And then
kiss you with
she's
fish
kind of
face?
reserved, and then all of a sudden, you start, playing with the right spots, and all of a
Nah.
sudden that shit's off the table.
A girl ever kiss you
Nah.
with
Every
fish
now and then
face
I'll
and
give
then
her.
think she was doing her thing, but she was just
Yeah.
doing mad.
Man, listen.
Like, bitch,
Yep.
you just moving
Or
your.
somebody kiss you that doing a lot of unnecessary head movement.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
it pisses
like-
me off
like-
when
like
it
soap
tries to eat
opera
your
head
face.
movement.
That should be pissing me off.
Doing a bunch of snakes and shit.
Nah,
shit
yo, how
bothers
about
me.
how about this one? How
Mouth
about this
wide
one?
open.
How about the girl that gives you a kiss, right? But she just be all over, slobber everything all over the fucking place, yo.
Sometimes.
Oh
I like,
yeah, like
Sometimes I like
Well,
it
it
nasty,
depends
so I
what-
can't
how-
judge.
what-
I mean,
far
I'm not
we're in.
I'm not
How
talking. I'm
far
not
we're
talking
in.
about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about you being like intimate. I'm talking about you
Yeah.
guys are just on a date.
Oh,
yo,
no,
I'm
yeah, no,
about
we
to
don't-
drop you off, and she just.
where,
Oh,
where,
no,
where,
no,
where
no,
you're
no,
going
no,
from
no,
like
no.
the crease of your elbow all the way down to
Yeah,
your wrist to wipe
yeah.
to wipe that your whole
Oh
mouth.
no, yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, we can't
yeah.
do that while we at round one playing like bowling and shit. Or,
Yeah.
and you just wanna suck my face literally. Like, no, we could kiss though, but we can't. I can't have like liquid on my face. Now when we go home, it's a different story. You can do all of that shit because I don't care no more. Now we're in nasty mode.
Yeah, I'm definitely not
now
about
we in
sloppy
nasty
in
mood.
public.
I don't care, or not public.
That's
Not
what I'm
public,
saying.
no.
Sloppy
But
in
everywhere
public,
else,
like nah.
nah, because I'm out here smelling good and shit. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want all that on my face.
Right. Yo, what if a breath stink, yo? And she just got that. You got that just musty smell. in
She
your
just
face.
ate some onions.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. Like it don't bother me as much as
Yeah.
probably
Nah,
should.
fuck
Had
that.
a
not
couple
in
drinks or
public.
whatever.
I
that
mean,
shit
as
was
long as you, I mean, if you just ate a burger, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, because like your breath smell like onions now. Like, oh, I'm not gonna. No, come
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I probably just ate the burger too. Like, you know what I'm saying? We probably just ate together.
So, do y'all think that certain cultures have more? What cultures do you think have more rhythm than others?
Blacks and Spanish
Yup.
people, and then everybody else.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yo, is Justin Timberlake white or black or Spanish?
Oh, he's a white
'Cause that
person.
dude's got
He
some
just-
crazy moves.
He can dance.
He's a white person.
Listen,
that was
there are
talking-
white people. There are white people that can dance. There are white people that can sing. But do I think he has natural rhythm, God given when you hear drums, you just can't do nothing but fucking bop your head on beat.
Right.
Do I think he has that? No. Do I think that he was trained to be the way that he is? Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what? I agree with that for the most part, but she's probably gonna hate me for saying this. Love you, sis, but my sister got no rhythm. She does this two-step like no other, and she is,
Hey,
and she looks. And we came from the same
Oh,
moms, same pops,
damn.
and I love it. And she knows it. She knows she ain't the dancer in the house.
I mean,
I
she-
kind of am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She got the vocal talent,
yeah.
but when it comes to moving, it's like, oh
I-
man,
but do you
goddamn.
now, did you
Poor
have?
girl.
You feel like you had the rhythm? You feel
What?
like you had the rhythm, or you had to learn the rhythm?
I don't know. I feel like maybe I had to learn it a little bit, pick up on a couple things, but I don't know.
I feel
I
like
don't
my
know.
shit
Knowing
came
you my whole
naturally.
life, bro, I think you had to learn. You learned a lot.
I learned to clap on
I
beat in
guess.
church. Like,
Well, I mean, if
that's where you learn. Like, I learned in church. So in black church, you can't be off a beat. Like when people, like when foreigners came and come and visit the church, it was always like a white couple from Europe, and they got pictures and shit. And they try to clap on beat with the rest of us, and they always clap on one and not on two. You're supposed to clap on two, not one. So every time the beat drop or the drums hit, they clapping in between the fucking shit. And like, oh my god, like it'd be like doom, doom. Like nigga, you're not on the beat. Like you're supposed to do doom, like that. But,
When the beat hit, not
Yeah,
not
I
just
just-
after.
I just think that I think that white people and other cultures are capable. I just don't think that's where if you wasn't like raised around that kind of rhythm, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Then you're just not going to be able to catch those sounds and catch that beat.
Yeah.
If you was raised around that kind of rhythm and those kind of sounds, drums is like an African thing. They fucking war drums and shit.
so.
If
So
I hear
it's-
drums now, I'm
So
about
I'm
to
pretty
fuck
sure
out.
we can all agree it's more of a upbringing thing versus a genetic thing.
Should we call what?
that we can agree it's more of a upbringing
And it just so
situation
happens
than
that
it
our
is a
culture is
genetic
most,
thing.
we still got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
music. It stays with us, so it
Okay.
gets picked up.
Yeah, I might say it's more of a cultural thing, but I just think it just so happens that even white girls that not because
That's good.
I've seen videos of white girls that grew up around black people and they still trying to twerk and they're just moving their back.
I don't know
all
if
right.
you've seen the same videos I've been seeing.
No.
Even the white girls that you think can twerk cannot.
I think
Like just
there-
know that it's twerking for a white girl. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. But when you really watch
Oh,
a girl
yeah.
twerk,
Yeah.
Oh
like,
wow, yeah.
There-
Yeah.
I think it's
man,
like
it's
any
different.
like anything though. Like certain ethnicities are better at certain things than others. I think that
Like Dominicans are better at baseball than a lot of other races.
That's
or
not true.
ethnicities.
Cuba is.
Oh, you mean black people?
Yeah, Cubans are pretty
Because Dominicans are
Cubans-
blacks.
Cubans
No.
are
Just say
are the
black
better
people are better
players.
at sports. You generally speaking.
generally speaking, yeah. Generally speaking, black people are better at sports. They're more physically adept at
I know.
physical activity. Ironic.
It's not. Why is that
it's-
ironic?
it's a-
Oh man, don't start this shit. Here we
All
go.
right, relax,
Right.
relax, relax.
Can't say no slick shit.
Yo, part 2, man. Part 2.
No, but
you know who built this country?
But yeah. So when you look at like the different races, I really don't think it's a cultural thing. I think it's in you that you have a certain fluidity
Okay.
when it comes to dancing. Like certain ethnicities, because you can look at a lot of Mexicans and they can't move.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You look at a lot of Mexicans, like-
music-
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I had a
but
fucked
look-
up
but yeah,
comment,
but
but
look
I'm not gonna say it.
But look at Mexican music though. Mexican music when
I
they
can't, it's too
dance,
racist.
it's literally just like the 2-step.
But still, if you put them give them a hip hop beat, they're not
True.
they're not dancing the same way a black person.
Unless
is.
there's certain
They
parts
don't.
of LA.
They're not gonna have that
That's,
fluidity
it's that
to their
same
movements.
bop. That's that same. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And that
Unless they're from LA, and they know that. Not like we're talking about
Y'all
Mexicans
remember,
that are out there like in the
Yeah, you
well, maybe.
in
Remember
Mexico.
Save the Last Dance?
Yeah.
Remember how everybody, when we went to see the movie, we thought Julia Stiles was the dopest white girl because she had a little rhythm and shit. Like, but if you go back and look at her dance moves now, she looks like the stiffest white girl you ever saw.
Yeah.
We were just so enamored by that. Was like, oh my god, a white girl's
Oh yeah,
moving.
she like broke a barrier with that movie.
Yeah, but if you go back and look at it now, it just
I
still looks
understand.
like stiff white girl movement.
But there,
Yeah.
but there was
Hell
also
yeah.
a that movie though broke a taboo.
It is. She's the Jackie Robinson of black people dance movies.
Yeah, she, it
I
is.
never
'cause
thought
it-
that is some.
'cause you're
Shout out
right.
to
She
Julia
really
Stiles.
wasn't.
I love Julia Stiles. She's one of my favorite actresses. Dude.
She really wasn't dancing that great, but traditionally you didn't see a white actress doing that,
Yeah, yeah. To hip
right?
hop.
To hit right,
You saw Dirty Dancing and all them other
right, and you
Flash
saw her doing
Dance.
ballet like she was in the beginning, but
She killed that last platoon.
even in the movie though, she starts a whole new routine because of what she's exposed to,
Right.
right? So like yeah, movie's actually a perfect example. Well, I don't know. I think
Yeah, I mean, I think it's totally cultural, though. I don't know if it's necessarily racial, but it's definitely
It's
has
definitely
something-
yeah,
it
it has to
definitely
do
has
with
something
upbringing.
to go where you were raised and how you were raised. I believe. And as
Yeah,
opposed-
because
even though some people have more fluidity than others, but you know.
so. Okay, if I have to word this right.
okay. Here
If
we go.
what?
Here we go. I'm waiting. I'm just let it out. Just let it out. You don't have to word it, right?
I just don't offend. No, I don't give a fuck about that.
Do it.
So, you think then that Spanish and black people are better in bed because of that?
Yes.
Ask white women. No, I don't know. But ask.
And
White
that's a
about
legit
that.
question. That's a legit
but
question.
I don't know. But ask white women. I don't know. I mean, I mean, I guess I'm not gonna really hear that, but I've never been told like bad things. You know what I'm saying? And if
All
some
right,
of you guys listening,
All right,
I don't mind the fucking
hold on a
business.
second though.
I don't expect, but I don't
I mean-
expect
I mean,
somebody to hurt
that-
my ego though. So
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I mean, they might just be
oh,
telling
I'm
you
sure.
that shit just
I
to-
mean,
just to tell you.
Oh, you're so
I
good,
know
yeah,
for a
oh,
fact,
yeah.
but I'm just saying I've never heard it.
Right.
So it's like
It wasn't expressed to him.
right.
And you also didn't hear it through the grapevines.
Oh no, I definitely didn't hear it with the grapevines. I never heard anything. I'm not. My wife's listening. I don't want to get it to what I heard through the grapevines, but I never heard a negative. I never heard a negative thing through the grapevine. I only heard positive things through the
All
grapevine.
right, but what about from like not to get too personal, but like from the people that you guys have been with, like did you notice a difference between the women that you were with, or the different races that you were with? Have you been with different races? Like
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
all right, so
And
what,
then there's some that surprise you, but yeah.
were there
Yeah,
positives?
that's
But were there
rare.
But there's
positives and
difference.
negatives
rare.
to
But
the,
there's
to
a
the
difference.
two?
There's
Huh?
definitely
Were there positives and negatives to the two?
There's
Or was it
positives-
just like was there like one race that was just like yo?
What it was? There's always positives and negatives.
For me, there was just one race I was just like,
Okay.
I want to take a stab at it, but I don't.
I
know
was
if that's
thinking about
what
it too.
is.
do it. Go ahead.
Who?
What do you think?
What was
Was
it?
it
White
was it
girl?
Asian?
Yeah, hell yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it was.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think an Asian girl would be bad. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
think that they, have different attitudes.
It was one of those. She was one of those where just lays there, and then even when she like got on top, it was still like, all right, get back on your back. Like,
Yeah. Let's just Family Guy's coming on in 15
Yeah,
minutes.
like-
Is there a race that you haven't been with?
Yeah, there's mad races in the world.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
I never
Generally
been.
speaking,
I never been with an Asian girl.
okay.
That's the limit.
Does Filipino count?
Yes, of course, Filipinos count.
All right then. So yeah, but I mean like China, like
That's
like
not
Chinese.
the Philippines.
No. But I mean like like
Like
a Chinese like girl, like you know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, no, nothing Asian. I have never been with an Asian anything.
You're talking about from like from the country, or like what are you talking about?
no,
baby?
like this, obviously their nationality being here in the States,
American,
their ancestors were obviously from
their heritage.
the Philippines, their heritage.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you notice a difference? Is really the question.
See, I haven't actually been with enough of that one to actually make a valid
any
hypothesis. But
Have
yes,
you-
I have noticed
in
differences.
any race between whites and Spanish, or
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if you had
across
slept
the
with a black
range.
girl.
Have you seen a?
Have you? Do you notice a
difference
difference
in general?
between? You've had hopefully enough sample size to have more than two of each.
Yes.
Okay.
No, not just not.
Never slept with a black girl.
Not Asian ones.
Oh, you never. Okay.
You been with a black girl?
Oh man.
Yeah. Never been with a black girl.
Up top, fave.
Why? What do you think? My
Dude.
dick don't discriminate.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
equal opportunity fuck.
I'm so scared
Just-
of you saying
just
that.
your-
I'm so scared of you saying that.
Yo,
I've never been with a black girl.
I hope you
Oh, you don't
strap
know
that
what you're.
shit up.
I've
I'm not
never-
gonna
I've
say you
never
don't
been
know
with
what
an
you're missing.
Asian.
Sorry, Maribel.
I thought it was
You don't
No,
know what you're
I
missing.
mean, no.
Black women are magic. I just want to throw that out there.
I don't know if I can
Okay,
agree
right,
with that
okay.
either.
Huh?
I don't know if I can agree with that either.
I'm not
sample
expecting you to
size
agree. I'm agreeing.
For black women is too small too as well, but yeah, one was really good, and the other one was kind of like what Jonas said, just laid, man. Then
So do you, so do
that
you,
wasn't cool.
so do you think
After
that was like a
just-
racial, based off of like a racial thing, or like it's just she was just trash?
No, I don't think that has anything to do with race. I think it's just the individual, man. I think regardless of that, the times I can't base judgment off of an entire race off of two samples.
What if you had more samples?
Well, I mean, but based off your experience, though, have you noticed
A
like,
difference.
this specific so far, right? Classification of people has sucked a little bit more than others.
Literally or figuratively? Like, because I'm convinced that white girls enjoy sucking dick more than every other race.
That
That,
Right?
That might be
that's
accurate.
Am
pretty
I
accurate.
wrong?
That's
Am
pretty
I
fucking
wrong?
accurate.
Like, am I wrong?
Yeah.
But I feel like,
I don't know. I
Like-
don't know if I can agree
like,
with that.
listen, you don't agree with that?
No, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can because the white girls that I've been with, I mean, this might have been at the time that it happened, but they never gave me head.
You just wasn't doing it right.
Mhm.
You should have been questioning them. You don't.
No, but I mean,
You
he
don't-
was
you
also,
don't-
he
you
was
don't
also
suck.
young too. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I
not for nothing.
At
Like,
14 years old, the first time I got my juice was by a white girl in the woods. So, yeah, at
Wait,
14,
but
see, here's the thing though, man. You guys live upstate.
I guess.
man, stop using that
That's
as that.
not-
That don't. What the?
They
fuck that
everywhere,
gotta
man.
do with
They're most of the
anything?
population in the country. They everywhere.
What you mean? That's no, it's not true.
What does it have to
Hey.
do with
I
anything?
feel like if anything,
Because
they be getting better down in Yonkers than here.
downstate, it ain't like that.
It should be, I feel like it should be fucking
That's just
worse.
because
It
there's
should
not
be
as many.
better.
There's not maybe not as many whites where you were.
Well, that's exactly why I'm saying that he can say that and I can't.
Oh yeah, no. Most of our choices were like from white women. Like, they
Yeah.
were just.
But
it was just a lot there.
a lot, I think, also comes from when you have certain experiences, though, too.
What do you mean?
Because all right, so like you said, your first
14.
experience with that was 14,
Yep.
John, right? So if you, let's say you had sex with your first white girl at 17, just throwing it out there. I don't know if that's accurate. Right?
I was almost 17. I was 16.
And then you haven't had one since. Like, she was inexperienced, bro.
But I've had a few.
But
Wait, so
I'm just
wait,
gi- I'm
your
giving an
first sex was
example.
17?
I was 16 going on 17.
See, here's the difference
It was
between
a- it
us.
was a-
Nigga, I was 14.
It was a month before my 17.
When you first had sex?
14.
What the fuck? Damn. Not me.
I
And
wish
guess what-
I was trying.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait. And then
I don't
guess,
even remember.
and guess who it was?
A white girl.
Exactly.
I think I lost my
So it
virginity
was
to a
the-
white
Has there
girl
been
too.
any since?
What? White girls after that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I lost my virginity to a white girl.
I can't say
Yeah,
that.
but you see the difference though.
Latina
Down
here.
downstate, white girls was just fucking a lot.
Yeah.
Up here, it was probably just sucking dick a lot.
Nah, they were
That's,
fucking.
that's,
they
how
were-
it,
fucking try.
that's how it started.
It was all. But you know what? To be honest with you, most of the
I'm not a
I'm
player. I just fuck a
gonna
lot.
get killed for this shit.
Why? Why?
But most of the girls that was giving it up in school was the Spanish girls. Like those was the ones that was it was all of them. Like, and I didn't really realize it too much until I got out of high school. That a lot of them we should have been taking them down just off of because everybody else was.
I had commitment problems.
I ain't have no commitment problems.
I had.
Neither did I mean, we all had commitments, but at the same time, them bitches had commitments too, and was still being
Nah.
taken down by randoms.
I had commitment problems. I was too committed.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm gonna tell you, them bitches wasn't as committed as you was.
You have the opposite of commitment. When you
That-
say commitment problems, you think
No, that's
okay,
a commitment problem.
You have
I
a
shouldn't.
problem settling.
I shouldn't
down.
have been committed. It was a problem,
You shouldn't have been committed.
and it was a problem.
Oh well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
When
you see
start
what I'm saying?
That, everybody's gonna be thinking,
I'm
oh, that-
playing on it.
that's-
Well,
that son of a
listen.
bitch. He's a little fucking cheater back then.
Don't be assuming
hey,
shit.
Hey, even
It's the
if
exact
even,
opposite.
even
Don't
if
be
it,
assuming
even if
shit.
it was, nigga, you're grown. That was like 20 years ago. So if I fucking cheated on you when we was 15, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, I never thought like that. Though.
Like,
I
yeah, but
said,
me either. I
it was
know.
a problem. I'm
I
here
know.
admitting a problem.
I
Like
know.
I don't know why y'all making it more
I didn't
or
even.
less of a
You the
problem.
one that brought it up. I didn't say.
But I
anything.
said it was a problem already.
I just said the girl we should have been smashing more girls
We
in
should've.
high school because a lot of them was giving it up.
So
You know, I was kind of nervous back then. Didn't know what I was doing. Like if I knew what I knew now,
None of
behind my
us
back,
knew. None of us knew. If we
Rap.
all,
It'll
if
be
we all
fucking
knew,
Rap.
if we all knew, other than
Uh.
other than Frank, because I told him all the girls that fucking thought he was cute and liked him, but he just didn't want no parts.
Keep them away from me.
Oh, man.
I have a girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
They
right,
have,
I was a committed fool,
they have
bro.
vaginas. I can't talk to them. I'm
What?
sorry.
During first period, I gotta switch my.
Yeah, no.
Shame
he was-
on
Switch my
you.
class.
he was a committed guy. He was a
Shame
committed
on
guy.
you.
Why?
No, but the
Nigga?
thing is,
Yo,
Nah,
my
he- no,
face
he
shit,
did
bro.
a
right.
lot of
You know
girls-
what, though,
It
you
was
know what
good.
though, Frank? You know what though, Frank? I commend you, man. You
He
want to know why?
was good. He was
Fuck
good.
You want to know why I commend you, man?
I don't.
Because it built character. You are who you are today because you was a faithful man.
man, fuck that. Listen, let me tell you, sir. You know how many times that I probably missed out on some ass because you decided that you wanted to miss out on some ass.
Yup.
And-
Oh shit!
Right, you asshole.
No, that's
There was
true.
no
Nigga,
Yeah.
whose fault is that?
His,
Taking one
because
for
if
the
the
team?
bitches like him and they only gonna chill with me because my homegirl like your homeboy. Now my homeboy don't want to chill. He want to go home and play Magic the fucking Gathering or some dumb
Nah, I
shit.
wasn't into that shit yet, bro.
Or StarCraft. Now I gotta
That
go
I
home
was.
and be like, damn, PJ, you really go. "Mup, I gotta
Well,
go
then
home."
guess what then?
It's all right. I got my revenge later
Nah, it's all right.
because
It's- no,
I
what
started
happened-
doing my own thing.
Listen, what happened is it means that this game just wasn't that tight.
We established this.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
the game.
that wasn't no secret.
I was the game.
I wasn't that. Wasn't a, that wasn't a secret.
I was the
That
translator.
yeah, that
Yo,
was never
what should
a
I
secret.
write back to her, bro?
Yep, I'm
That's
handing
legitimately what
this nigga notes.
Yo, so
I was
damn,
like, I was-
damn, well, damn, Frank, what kind of bullshit is that, bro? You was the game, but you the committed game. Like, why?
He would do it for me, not for himself.
Yeah.
That's all right.
The swag wasn't the
we
need
we need a fucking time machine. You
The-
need a do over,
bro,
bro.
My problem was
The swag wasn't the issue. I
Even
just
though-
didn't use the
yeah.
swag for myself.
Yeah.
and I was shy when it came to girls, not in generally, but if I liked
Like,
if I liked
you
a girl,
shy?
if I
Look.
liked a girl, I was shy and I wouldn't talk to her. I would be
Oh
afraid to
my
talk to her.
God.
But if I didn't like you, I would talk how I.
I
like that.
never ever cheated on a woman. But when I was
Me
single,
either, but that doesn't
Damn.
mean
I'm
anything.
not, I'm not talking about you,
You
right
could've
now.
fucked too,
Jeez.
though, without cheating.
When I never cheated on a woman, but when I was single, I made the best of my opportunities.
Best 4 hours of his life.
So you was cheating on unsingle people.
I just got that.
No, cheat? How you cheat on single people? That's
How
does that work?
But I mean, he did work in a half a day. I could probably count like
Now, I'm sure he did.
this amount of time after high school that
The thing is,
PJ and me are going out.
he
I'm
never
like,
had.
yeah, we
He's
about
never
it. Boom,
had a
boom.
problem with
He did work
girls.
in that time.
He just don't. He's
And then it
never
was-
enjoyed just putting his penis randomly in people, and I just
That's true.
I
That,
try
that
to-
never really.
I
got,
try to
did anything
encourage.
for me.
I try to encourage it. He didn't want it. You know.
You
So,
wasn't the dude that went to the bar or the club.
I
and was
told you
just
we
like,
missed
yo,
out on mad ass because he just didn't. He wasn't with the rest of us. You go out with the homies and y'all plotting. You 21, 22 years old, and nigga, fellas, tonight's the night. Well, I'm just gonna go home.
No.
I didn't do all
I
that.
know. Not.
He making it, see, he made.
I am.
He
I
making
am.
it a whole.
I am
a whole
exaggerating.
nother-
I am
just a little bit, but
exaggerating,
there is not
but-
too far.
The
but-
dramatization,
Dramatization.
whatever, is real.
I'm not too far off because you were definitely the good guy. But anyway,
Yo, I was the killer wingman, yo. There was a few times when my homies had some chick that they was trying to take home, but the homegirl had another girl.
You got to take
No.
it from the team.
Yo, but they were just fat as
Yeah.
fuck, and I was like, yo, fuck it, my nigga.
We
I'll
could've-
take the team. I'll take
Jonah-
it down
Nah,
for
you
you.
was even
Jonah,
like, yeah, I'm about it.
we could have accomplished great things.
Yo,
we could have
Yeah.
taken over the world. God damn it.
my man
What-
would come up to me, yo, John, nigga, yo, this guy got this girl, bro. I got this girl, yo, and I'm like, yo, all right, fuck it. Who's the friend? Yo, it's the fat one right over there, the sloppy, nasty looking one. Damn, nigga, all right, you owe me one, bro.
There.
That-
Oh, man. It happens.
Here's a question none of y'all probably ever thought about. I wonder
Right.
if the gay or lesbian community have a better sex life than the single community.
I think they're just as miserable as we are.
Or they,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
they just enjoy it just as much as we do.
Just think about it. Even though they're gay and lesbian, they're still fucking guys and girls, and guys and girls are assholes. No matter which.
That's true.
So,
All
so
human
for
beings.
a guy to be a man, you see, the girls go through a lot of stuff with guys, right? So if you're a guy, you're just gonna go through the same thing that the girls go through with guys because guys are assholes, right? And if you're a girl, right, and you know what girls go through, like you know what kind of shit that girls put guys through, right? All the annoying shit. Your girlfriends, it's the same problems. Their relationships are no different.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't think that their relationships are
Well,
any different than
I
ours.
see.
I don't know if I agree with that. 100%.
I almost don't agree with that just on the basis of like a woman is gonna know what a woman likes.
And a woman
and
is going to get
want.
over.
And she's also gonna hate the stuff that the women
Leave
the
two
annoying
women.
shit that they probably
Right.
do themselves.
Leave two women alone in a room. Doesn't matter what their relationship is for like 2 hours. Just leave them and give them like a topic, and they're gonna come back, and then it might be fine. But when that bitch leave, let's say your wife and some random girl, right, that she just met, but is kind of like trying to get to know. They're gonna be cool the whole time, the 2 hours. The second you walk out that door with your wife, you can get into that car. Do you know what this bitch said to me, PJ?
Well, wait, what?
Yeah, but see,
What that got to do with their sex life, though, bro?
My point is, women don't vibe like how just because you know somebody's sex life,
I don't know
they
if I-
don't vibe. They go through the same things that
I don't know if
everybody else does.
I don't know if I agree with that 100%,
He's
man.
saying
'cause
outside
look
of
at-
the sex. Like,
No,
I think that-
I see
Even-
what
I
you're
can
saying,
kind
but
of agree with that too.
But
We
let's
agree.
let's look at gay men who act like women. Even they may not dress like one, but they act like one. They're the same exact way. You can put them in a room and they'll come back out and they might do the same. Yo, this fucking bitch, let me tell
Yeah.
you, like.
Well, when we're talking about relationships, I feel like relationships are imperfect no matter what because we're dealing with people that are imperfect and it takes work to work on a relationship. So the same problems that a regular relationship is gonna have, a straight male, straight female have, I think potentially the same goes with the gay couple or the lesbian couple, the trans couple, whatever it is that you want to call it. I think it just comes down to working on something
Right,
together.
I don't think there's any
to make it
difference. I don't
work.
think they have
No-
better
no-
sex because of whatever reason, or they have a better relationship. I just think it's the same as us. I just think that they like what they like, just like we like what we like, and there's no different. A relationship is a relationship. That motherfucker's gonna get on your nerve.
but nah, but they're.
Yeah.
One of my
Yeah, but you're
homegirls
talking about the
who is-
I'm just talking about their sex life.
Even in sex life, I
one of my
mean,
homegirls is actually gay. And she said she dated one of her girlfriends. That shit was just whack. Like that shit was trash. Just flat out. It's not automatically a pass.
Exactly. Just like probably one guy can't hit it right and doesn't know how to do anything and relies on a certain thing. It's just
sidebar. Can we? Can I had this? I had to ask my wife this question the other day. I don't know why I asked her, but I'm just curious on like a woman's thought process. I guess it's like women, right, who are lesbians, but decide to use strap-ons. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand.
Bro,
that's
they
a good
still like the
question. I never understood
penetration.
that.
They still like the penetration.
still like the
It's just
penetration,
the
that's
fact.
why.
So
It's just
I
the
mean-
fact
Well,
that
then
they
why
don't
not
want
just-
it coming from a male because it's not a male. It's not coming from a male.
But so men are just, so you just don't like men.
It
Men
just
are
kinda,
girls.
it sounds to me like you're just confused.
It's
They're
not.
like-
It's
they're
not
like
the
the-
gender.
They're like the equipment, don't like everything else.
Exactly. They feel like they can get some more emotional security or whatever
So then
from a
maybe you just
female.
didn't- Maybe you just don't like the men you just been seeing. Like
Yeah,
maybe you just haven't
mayly-
come across the man that you
probably
actually
Only,
like
like.
only in a
feminine
situation
looking
where
dude
you're
then.
taking fake dick,
Maybe.
because at that point you're taking like schlongs, and some lesbians, they walk around with this strap on, like
Really?
under their
What?
jeans,
Yeah.
and they. Yeah, dude. They walk
Yeah.
around with their strap on in public in Walmart, and they just got their fucking
Teenage
hard on,
danger bonging
just
in
walking
there.
around holding their shit like, like, all right. I mean, I guess I get why you're doing it, but the woman that you're with, like, why don't you just date a guy? Because you dress like a dude, you sound like a dude, like you're using a penis like a dude. Like, why not just fuck a dude instead of a stud? I just don't understand. But hey, you like what you like. It's just sidebar. That's all I
Well,
was.
because you know it comes off.
But you know what? There's actually a lot of.
But then
there's-
what?
Then what's
no,
the
no.
point? Right then.
Then
Then,
what?
then they can scissor. I don't know.
No, there's a lot of actual.
I don't know what else are you gonna do when it comes
Dude,
off?
that term scissoring is
There's actually, I know
hilarious.
a
love
couple
it.
of my gay girlfriends actually did say that. They were like, yo, they don't like the girls that actually act like that.
Like
It
studs.
takes it
What,
away
studs?
from what you're attracted to.
Right,
It's
studs.
like that don't make no sense.
Studs.
Yeah, they actually there is like almost like a rift in that community. Like
Imagine-
with like
Imagine, like-
But
the feminine
there's
female,
different
and now,
tastes, like in any community. Like some lesbian women will like studs and femmes, and others like femmes will be attracted to femmes. Studs, I guess maybe. Can
Yeah,
be
no, I
stu-
get all of that.
attracted
I
to
just don't
studs.
get the plastic dick part. Like, if
I
you
still don't-
want
I still
some
don't
penetration, just use dick. And the thing is, because you want it from something that's like a man, but it's not a man.
But what if it's not coming from a
My
man,
point-
or
alright,
like a man?
alright,
Whatever.
and
What,
usually-
what, they just
I'm
want the
about-
penetration.
I guess I'm talking about studs in this case, right?
Yeah,
so if
that,
I'm
that,
a
that's a
woman,
specific
if
question.
I'm a woman and I have a stud girlfriend, right? That's a dude. Like, because that person believes that they're a dude. Like, they strap their bras down, wear fucking dildos in their pants, got wearing all this men shit, you got men sneakers, men clothes. So yeah,
Maybe-
but why? Right? Why not just do it? Like, what is at that point? What's the difference?
Maybe
Other
it
than
comes down. Maybe it comes down to not finding the proper man that can fulfill those needs, and in the time being, it's a female. It so happens to be a female, so they end up
Bro,
just going with
fuck
the
that, man.
female because that's what's available, as opposed to a male that understands them the way that this individual female does.
I mean, listen.
I can tell you. I can give you my opinion on why a stud is a stud. Because I had I'm not even gonna say who this person is, 'cause just because. But
person.
that
You had a
shit out.
person in
I
your
had,
life.
I had this person, right, who is a stud, right? Does the whole 9 yards, like you said, John. But at one point though, she actually liked men. Like, she had a man. The turning point was that the man that she had was beating her. So then she became. Now this is my opinion. I don't know if this has actually happened because we never really spoke about it. But she's expressed like her life story. How she had a man, did the whole 9 yards. Like they were lovey-dovey and all of that, right? He was beating her, and then he deaded her, or she deaded him, or left him alone. And then that was her turning point. That's when she became the stud. You know, so I guess I think that she probably became that way because now she felt like, you know what,
Some
I'm
type
no
of
longer gonna let
psychological
somebody
implications.
overpower me anymore.
So it was trauma.
Right.
So that goes back to.
I don't think that's for all of them though.
No,
I don't
that's
know.
not
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying,
So. I
but-
don't think so. But I'm speaking on this specific moment. I think that a stud becomes a stud because of maybe some trauma happened. I just don't understand why the girl who dates the stud, why not just date a dude?
So sometimes, like, this is where things get blurry when they say that, oh, being gay is not a choice. I don't necessarily believe it is,
Danger.
but there are some people that choose it.
Yes.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
Probably.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And so I don't know how to feel about that. Because
But isn't everything
now,
a choice?
I mean, this is the crux of the issue because people say that they're born gay. But I'm gonna tell you this. I think that's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why you wasn't born gay. Because I wasn't born straight. I had to grow to like a thing. I didn't know. I wasn't. I have a baby. He's 1 year old. He's not straight or gay. He's just a baby.
Yo,
He don't like girls or boys. He's just a baby.
You
Nah, but I feel like you start growing attraction because when you're a kid. Like,
Hold
you
on a
know what I
second,
mean?
hold on a
As-
second.
Like,
as-
'cause
but you're not
when I-
born when you come out of your mother's womb. You're not.
No,
You don't have a
no.
sexual preference. So when people say I was born gay, I want to kind of call bullshit. Your influences around you can kind of lean you to like a thing, but once you see it, if you see it, you like it. But nobody is born attracted to anything.
I like.
What do you mean, Ray?
I don't feel like we're born that way.
Right.
We learn
That's
how
what
to
I
be
mean.
that
Yeah.
way.
I like where you're going with this because I have a question now towards that,
Mhm.
right? And it was because earlier today I had a conversation with somebody about kind of this. What do you feel having kids, right? How do you feel about this new thing now where parents are letting the child just decide on their own what they want to be?
I'm not with that shit.
They as kids,
that, no.
yo, you gotta your
Nah.
son, your youngest is what?
My youngest
2?
is 1.
1. All right. So your 1-year-old, some people just letting them just dress up however they want to dress up, or the 5-year-old dress up however they want to dress up. How do you feel about that? Like, aren't you now just said that you were taught, right? I think that just like all of us we're taught how to like the opposite sex.
Yeah.
I feel as though that if we let the child, if we start dressing, if you got a boy and you start dressing him up in tutus and fucking dresses and shit, all you're doing is saying, hey, it's okay for you to like guys. Like, you're a
Right.
girl.
I agree.
You're altering his
Right. His yeah. No, I agree. Listen.
I don't get anything.
I'm about to. I don't know if you want to call this controversial or all of that, but I am. If my son come to me and tell me that he's a girl, he want to be a girl. No, you not. You're not a girl. You a boy. What you like?
It's on you.
Debatable.
It's on you.
Would you
That's
ask him why?
Hell no. I'm not. I don't need to know why. I'm telling you. Let's nip
Nah, I
this
don't
in
know.
the
I
bud.
might disagree with that.
No, you're not that. You're not that. I don't care what you say. You can like what you like. You're not a girl. You can if you like to
No,
play
no, no.
with
What
the
I-
Barbies, then you like to play with Barbies. That doesn't make you a girl.
No, what I don't agree with what you're saying is the part where you said what he likes in terms of the next gender, like the
Yeah.
next person,
Mhm.
right? If he comes up to you and says, "Yo," that he's gay, and you was just like, "All right, I mean that's cool. Whatever you want to do is."
No, I wouldn't. That would not be my reaction. I just don't want people bitching at me. That would not be my reaction. Okay, that's cool. Let's come. I'm gonna give you a hug.
Yeah, but why would
I'm not gonna kick him out.
but
I'm
if
not
he-
gonna shun him or nothing like
but-
that. But we're gonna have a conversation about this,
right?
buddy.
But why? If he tells you, "Yo, I like guys," why would you not? Why would you tell him, "No, you don't"? Why wouldn't you ask him, "Why do you feel that
He's
way?"
not saying no, you don't.
I don't have. Yeah, but I'm because
Oh no, he said that earlier. He said
because
he
the
said, "No, you don't."
the same reason I wouldn't ask him if he came to girl if he came to me and say I like girls, I wouldn't ask him why that either.
Why
Because you
not,
fucking
though?
like
You
him.
don't
Nah,
think
why,
you
though?
don't think don't think there'll be some type of authoritative like disdain, like, yo, like, what the heck? Why are you telling me what I can't be?
Hell
I
yeah,
got
I don't
free
care
will
about
kinda
that
thing.
shit. I don't care. Ray, I see that shit. I don't give a fuck about. I will tell you're mine, nigga. No,
Nah,
I don't
I don't
care.
know. I think
Call
it's
me crazy. Call me what you want.
But he's not. You're gonna. Okay, I understand that you birthed him. You know, he's your creation. But how can you say that that's
No,
your
that's
mind
not what I'm
kind
saying.
of thing?
You're
until
Jonah's asking me why I wouldn't try to find out why he likes that. The same reason I wouldn't find out why he likes girls because you do. I'm not gonna ask him why
I
he
know.
likes girls.
Nah, I think it's important you do ask because by you asking him, all you're doing is giving him or teaching him how to express himself.
Well-
by you telling him, "Yo, I don't care what you want to do." Like, no, you're not. You're shutting down his way of.
No, I'm not.
expressing himself.
I'm not letting you wear a dress. I'm not letting you put on makeup. I'm not letting you put on heels.
I get
Your
that.
preferences and what you like. You can again, like I said, there's a difference between being gay and then acting like a girl. Like you can be gay without acting like a girl.
100%. I'm questioning the part of why you wouldn't seek to find out why he feels the way he does.
He's not saying that he would necessarily have a problem if
Right.
he liked men. That's what you're misconstruing what he's saying.
Right. I'm just.
He's saying you don't come to me saying you want to dress like a woman. It's not about whether you like men or women for him.
Right.
It's about how you're trying to portray yourself.
Right. You're a boy, and so you
His
do.
problem is not him being gay.
Okay, so even still, if he comes up to you and says, "Hey, listen, I want to dress up like a girl today," you're gonna shut him down.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna
But-
shut him.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree because I would be the same way. I would be the same way. However, I still think that I would say no, the fuck you not. We're not gonna go down that route. But tell me, why do you feel that way?
Because that's bullshit.
But that,
I mean,
that's a different question than what you were asking.
but
though.
that's
You were
right.
asking why he wouldn't ask his son why he liked men. That's a
But
completely different question.
No, it's the same question because
Not.
yeah, it is because all I'm seeking is to find out why you feel or want to dress that way. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, well,
Right,
yeah,
but-
he's doing
but
that.
But
He
liking
wants- he
men
wants
and
to-
dressing
what-
that
what
way
he's
are
saying
different
is-
things.
No, I understand.
All right. So
that.
would you ask your son why he likes women?
Yes, I really would.
I don't think so.
Who asked you why you like women
Listen,
in your life?
I'm gonna tell you what nobody has, but I'm gonna tell you why I will ask that for the same reason why I just told you about the whole expressing themselves. I have never been a person to express myself ever, and I don't want my son to grow up that way. I understand that about myself, so I would like for him to express what his thoughts are. If you like women, good on you, but tell me why. Why do you feel that you like women?
Why
he's
does he
just
need to
curious, right?
explain himself though?
Right.
Why does he need to
Then-
explain his feelings?
I agree with that
No,
too.
no,
Then
because he
should-
wants
then
him to
he should
understand
be-
his kid more.
Then he
And I-
should be the one. Then he should, if he feels that way, then he should tell me, look, I don't feel like I need to explain it to myself, or just say I don't know. Then cool. The purpose of me asking him the question is for just so he can understand that it's okay to express
okay, I
himself.
see what he's saying. To get a better understanding of how he feels, but not so much
is
like
all it is.
what's right or wrong. I mean, he could just be like, "Yo, I like this car." Well, why do you like that car?
Well, right, it's the same,
You know,
it's the
just
same thing.
try
Like,
to
I'm gonna ask him why.
Yeah.
Open the
Yeah,
dialogue.
I can.
So he can get better at reasoning.
What?
So he can get better at reasoning and providing valid reasons to what it is that
I
Yeah,
he's
but
can
getting.
sometimes
get that, but
I don't feel like I
sometimes-
owe even if it's
Yeah.
as my parent, I don't owe you an explanation. I don't have to give you a valid reason on why I like what I like.
Then that's cool.
Because,
You're a parent,
because
that's
some-
cool.
sometimes
Even
you
as a
don't
parent,
know, and-
I mean, yeah, if you, I can
That's rough.
even listen. Even as a 33-year-old man now, if you ask me, oh, you like girls, John, I'm gonna tell you, yeah. You'd be like, why you like girls? I mean, I could give you a roundabout answer, but I don't know. I just like girls. Like girls are dope. That's the answer. I like girls.
I agree with you.
I
sir.
don't know why I like literally from head to toe. I love women. I
Right.
love them. I can't. And so for me to sit there and ask my son, like, why do you like? He is doing I love their muscles. Like, what am I really expecting him to say? That's a question that you can still learn how to express yourself without having me to question
See?
what you like. Where again, my problem
You
comes
can
into
express yourself without having to
my
explain
problem
yourself.
comes into you're trying
And
to
that's-
be something that you're not.
And that's perfectly fine. My whole thing is just that by asking that question, regardless if he tells me, "Yo, I don't need to answer that question," or "I don't know," whatever, I'm opening up his mind to about self. I'm opening him about self. He needs to know about himself. Maybe he might not have the question. He might go into his room later on and say, "Yo, damn, why is it that I like cars, right? Or why is it that I do like girls? What is it about girls that I find attractive? Or if it's guys, what is it about guys that I like attractive? Like he's finding about himself.
He's trying to
I
open
get-
up the
I get what you-
dialogue.
I get
He's
what
trying
you-
to open up the dialogue.
I
You know,
understand the thought process behind there, but I just think something as far as why do you like girls as a boy.
I don't know. My son told me like, "Listen, I don't got to tell you that." I'd be like, "Nigga, what?"
Yeah, I mean,
Nah.
yeah,
Nah,
but
I don't think so because
Nah.
it depends on the way the conversation's going. Like if he just told you that answer and it was on some heated
like,
shit,
like,
then you
that's
might
what
be
I'm
like,
saying. It depends on how you come across. Because when you ask somebody why, I think in general you're creating
You get defensive.
right.
Yeah.
You're creating I don't want to say a hostile atmosphere because you can ask it as cordially as possible. But when you make somebody defensive and like they feel like they have to explain themselves to you,
But that's
there's like
that's
an,
it.
Maybe
Listen,
if your kid was a teenager, but
why
as a little child, they're
why
gonna be
is
telling
it
you
that
everything.
people ask
No,
other
because it is.
people
Maybe.
why
They
they
spill the
might.
beans everywhere.
they might have, but that's all predicated on how you've treated that situation before. Because part of the reason why a lot of people don't come out, right, is because the people in their lives have made them feel that they can't come out.
That's what he's trying to. That's what he's trying to say. Like if you keep that dialogue open,
Right, but it
will be open for everything. That
but it's
communication
not.
is there.
What I'm saying is though, it's not a singular question. If you have to wait for your child to come out and say that, and you don't necessarily have a sense of where their interests are lying, then I just feel like that really shouldn't be a question.
but you may have a sense of where he or she is going towards. Like I think that
But
That's-
they're gonna naturally. I feel like the person's naturally gonna explore those feelings themselves without you trying to instigate the thought behind it. Like if he was if your son at some point was to come out like, "Hey, Dad, I like guys," I feel like your son is naturally going to explore those feelings, and he's just expressing that to you for your knowledge. That is him sharing with you,
Right. He's already.
and you
he's
questioning
already.
him about that is gonna make him question himself.
No,
That's my
I
opinion.
don't think he's saying
But
like he
that's-
questioned
but
like
that's the
why do you
point.
like it?
But
What's
that's the
going on? He's
point.
more
No,
like,
no, but
hey,
I'm not
unintentionally-
saying that.
He's right. Unintentionally, that's the effect.
You're still questioning him. You're
Right.
still
And so
questioning
now-
his feelings.
Because
But
again,
that's,
but
like
that's
anything
my
else. You
point,
question.
though.
You question
But
anything.
he's naturally going to question his own feelings, and he's naturally going to explore that statement himself without you needing to question it.
No, it doesn't. No, that doesn't. Not necessarily. Not you don't have to initially just say why. Why do you like this person or what? What you can say. Oh, okay. Oh, whatever. And then you can start. What is it about men that makes you like them? What is?
Yeah,
it's
Well,
a
that-
weird question to
Or
me.
you
No,
could,
no,
or
but-
you
but
could
it-
just
that-
be like, or you
that
could
could
just
be-
be like, or you could just be like, oh well, all right. So if your son comes up to you and says, hey, you know, I kind of like this dude in my class or whatever. Oh yeah, word, is that true? All right, well, tell me more about that. Like, what do you saying?
That's a different approach.
Is he funny?
But you're still
He's
asking,
saying-
but
but he's
you're
still
still
asking
asking why though. But you're still
Yes.
asking why.
Yeah, but in the way
it's-
you was
it's
kind of
how
saying
you're
it,
doing it,
right.
though.
Well, that's what we were
That's
saying.
not-
I mean, come on, you guys
No.
are taking me literal though. Like,
Yeah,
but
that's,
it
there's no-
makes a
that's
difference, though.
no,
That
and
makes a difference.
He's right because
It-
in a subject like that, you can't just because how you were saying it. Like again,
I would be defensive.
I'm not going to ask
well,
my
You
daughter.
gave me the adjective.
I
I
mean,
would be defensive.
but
If
the
I
way-
told you something and you came up why, I'd be like, nigga, what the fuck
Yeah.
do you mean why?
Nah,
I'm not going to
I mean,
ask my
because,
daughters
like,
why
what
they
the
like
fuck?
boys.
But, all right,
Like,
so by
or-
me asking why, I literally meant the way I just said it. Like, all right, tell me, like, let's explore that. Tell me a little bit more about
because
that.
you're saying with you guys, you shouldn't ask why.
Is why-
Period. And he's like, no, you should ask why because you're trying to
Because
see where
we're
they come from.
interpreting it as he's gonna say I like boys,
Even
and you're
I
gonna
am-
be like,
like, oh,
no,
why?
why?
You like, why you
why
like
fuck
boys?
you like boys,
No,
nigga?
even-
Like,
yeah, like,
that's how.
because that's how it
understood
sounds.
his
Nah,
meaning
You
behind
are,
it.
but
I
all right.
understood that he was like,
It sounds like you're trying to lead down
this ultimately, truly speaks to what Ray has been talking about through this podcast, where it comes down to communication. Because the way John and I took it was
Yeah.
completely different than the way you took it and the way he
Absolutely.
meant
I took
meant
it
it.
totally-
No, at first I was, but then I was like, okay, I can see where you're coming from if you just ask the question, but in a way that it's not.
But
Nah,
my
that's
point,
a-
my point
oh,
is,
man.
in that moment, if I come to John right now and I go, John, I like boys, and this nigga turns around to me and goes,
Why?
why? I'm gonna be like,
nigga, what the fuck,
fuck
you
you
asking me
mean,
why
like-
for? Because
Nah, all right. So I mean,
I'm
yeah.
gonna take a step back. So now you take that to a 14-year-old son speaking to his father.
nah, for
He's gonna be intimidated by that question
Yeah,
if
no.
it was posed that way. Now,
especially if you
nah.
grew up
if-
in a household where your father's a straight man, because you know we give off vibes. Gay men don't like being around straight men because we give off like toxic
That's-
masculinity
and
vibes.
Right.
So there's
that's
no
why-
way listen, personally, I could never go to my father and tell him my innermost feelings. You know why?
Never.
Because that
Even
nigga's
I know
a
that.
dude. And that's
I'm
how
afraid
I
to look that
I-
man in the eye.
Yeah, I'm
let
trying.
alone
I'm
that.
right. I'm trying not to be like. I want my son to be able to talk to me, but at the same time, I already know that unintentionally I give off an aura where he's not gonna be able to tell me everything. He knows it, and I know it because there's certain shit you gonna say to me. I'll be like, "Nigga, what? No, you not."
And that's
Right.
Right.
why I was speaking to it a lot pertains to what was going on that predicated that.
Right.
That it's not just about that moment; it's about that vibe that you gave off, those
Right.
conversations that they inadvertently heard that
Okay, no, I see
contribute
what-
to that comfort
I
level.
see
Right,
what
so
you're saying.
now
No,
you-
I
can
get
be
it.
asking
My
in
dad
the
comes to
softest
ask
way,
me-
No, I
but if
get
you're
it.
giving a look or certain body
No, no,
language
no.
or certain communication,
Yeah, or-
he's
or-
just gonna shut down.
Or
No,
I
no,
mean,
I
get
it
it,
could
I
be as
get it.
simple as he
Yeah.
grew up and heard his father throwing out fag left and right,
Right.
or that's homo left and right. Simple things like that will resonate at some point, especially
Yeah,
for
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
who's going through different things. So
Absolutely.
that's why I say,
Yo,
yeah, it's not that I took it. Maybe I took it literal, but that's how it hit. And
No, I mean,
and that's what
like I
we're
see-
saying. It's like so yeah, we were playing Captain Literal on that shit.
no. I
because
mean,
that's how that
I
fucking
get
shit
no.
hit.
Listen, I get it, but that's how I meant it. It was more of, let's explore what it is that you just told me. Like, let's explore what it is that you just told me.
Mhm.
Why, tell me a little bit more about that. Why is it that you feel that way? Like, what led you to this? To you, telling me this? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, just let's talk about this. You know what I mean? Like, let me know what is it going on through your mind. And
Right.
even, and if you can't give me the answer, at least I feel that as a father, I've at least opened up your head to the opposite to be like, yo, you know what? Well, why is it that I like? What was it that made me think about this? Like, what is it that's going on? What is
Your
it
logic,
that
your reasoning,
right?
and
Like,
everything.
it's not even about logic or reason, but now you start looking
Your
inwards. Like,
feelings.
you start,
You're
right,
more in touch with yourself and your feelings, and you can understand that you can be honest and open with me about that shit too. You know what I mean?
right, exactly.
Opening that up. Yeah, I see what you mean.
A side note though, even though John's not here because he might argue this, but I came across an article that said that weed is a contributing factor to men becoming gay. There's a chemical inside of. There's a chemical inside.
Yes. We gonna have to come back at that time.
Yeah, I see, man. Listen,
There's a chemical in this new age weed that Big Pharma is producing that is out to the masses that chemically alters the DNA of
Is
man.
that why John doesn't like
John,
butt being played with?
you gotta stay away from Big Pharma pop, bro. Jonas said that there's a chemical in it that turns you gay. He said he's gonna rock rainbow flags.
Yo, I already seen some dope ass sneakers that had the fucking rainbow shit, bro. I want to cop them shit. So, like, I was in Finish Line or Champs, I think, the other day, and some guy came up to me. It was a Spanish dude, and he came up to me with some purple shoes. It had blue trim, and then some like gray looking shoes that had like a reflective rainbow shit. And I guess somebody he knows told him not to get the one with the reflective rainbow shit because it's for like pride and shit. And I'm like, yo, like number one, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a fucking rainbow. Like and number two, like all of them colors are available to people. Like you can wear blue, green, red, yellow. You don't just because you wear a rainbow doesn't necessarily mean you're gay or you're trying to rock pride. It's just a dope ass.
It is stigma. It is stereotyping. It is fucking
Well, they
bigotry.
They own that now. It can't even
like it. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, look, they looking at having that straight parade.
Yep.
Like, and I actually understand why they want to have it. I don't necessarily agree that it's needed, but I understand why they want to have it.
I get it.
Like, it's apparently like this is all right. So Pride Month kicked off this month, right? So there's been a whole lot of gay pride stuff going on, right? That's out there. Everybody pretty much knows about that. Now, Boston is one of the more pro-gay cities, gay-friendly cities that's out there, right? So they plan on throwing a straight parade. I believe it's supposed to be in August 31st. And
Yes.
the focus of it actually, it's meant to celebrate heterosexuality, but it's really meant to poke fun at the identity politics of the political left. That's literally what the organizers have written about it. They've designed a flag and all of that.
Listen.
They put out this is their quotes. The organizer was Mark Sahadi, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He wrote, "For them, everything is based," and he's speaking about the left-hand side, right? The political left. "For them, everything is based upon identity and whether or not one is categorized as a victim or as an oppressor. If you get victim status, then you're entitled to celebrate yourself and expect those with oppressor status to defer to your feelings." And I'm
not mad at that statement.
That is a true statement.
And I would say that I lean more to the left a little bit more than to the right. You know what I'm saying? I do have some right.
I don't follow
views, though.
politics. What the fuck is the left?
Well,
and
depends
right?
on the issue.
Left is it's like a liberal, progressive. You know what I'm saying?
So you got
Democrats.
liberal, Democrat, center, right? And then you got Republican.
Okay.
Right. There's definitely a spectrum.
So left is like spectrum. Yeah, left is like
Yeah, and
Democrat,
so
left
I'm
is-
somewhere
You're
towards the
way
middle.
far. You're a
See,
little
but
bit more than liberal.
But it depends on what it is. Like
I don't know if he's a little bit more than liberal. I think we
no,
all
no,
share.
no, I'm saying
Oh,
left
okay.
is more than
Oh, yeah,
liberal.
okay,
So
yeah.
say someone is far left,
yeah,
is more
and
than
so,
liberal.
and that's what the statement was about.
Okay.
I'm not mad at that statement.
yeah, because like
I'm not mad at that
for me,
statement
like,
at all.
lean
I think
right for the
I think
most
it's
part, but I have some
100%
left
accurate.
leaning views. You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely a lot more liberal with the
I mean,
legalization
have
of
your-
marijuana shit.
have
A lot of
your,
conservatives aren't.
Right.
When it comes to Second Amendment rights, fuck yeah, I'm all the way to the right with that. You know what I mean? So it depends. You don't always have to be on the left with every single issue, and some people,
You don't always have to be with the right. It's just find your ground. But I mean, as far as that statement goes, I kind of agree. Only because I think we should do away with all these fucking parades. Like we don't need that shit, bro. I'm tired of streets being blocked up over some dumb shit over a fucking because you want to celebrate some shit. Listen,
and a lot of this is they're getting pissed off about the fact that it's like you have to like now there's a thing in society where if you don't refer to somebody as their proper pronoun that they want to be provided to, there's gonna be a problem.
Listen, John Winston gonna tell all y'all to suck his dick because I'm not calling y'all. But if you look like a girl and you a girl and I know you a girl, if you a dude that's dressed like a girl, but I know you a dude, I'm calling you sir. Again, I'm not. I have no time for this. Call me ignorant. Call me whatever. I'm none of those things. I just don't have no time for that for y'all games.
So
I feel like y'all playing.
We actually spoke on this that the LGBT acronym has grown recently to include queer, intersex, asexual, right?
URSTUVWXYZ.
Right. He actually wants S to be added to it for straight. Like
Yo.
let's just like his whole thing is like let's just include everybody.
But it's a sexual spectrum, right? It's for all. It's supposed to be inclusive of all kinds of.
That's
that's
what he wants.
I mean,
we want tolerance, and we want tolerance for everybody, not just the LGBTQ
if you want straight
community.
people to be a part of the LGBTQ community, you're gonna have to throw a plural on that bitch. You got to put an S at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because we're part of that. Also, we're part of the rainbow. Like we're a part of the rainbow.
Apparently, there's an organizer who jumped in on it, who's describing himself as a gay ambassador, who's challenging heterophobia.
Here's
this.
Crazy.
There's a lot more. It seems like going on to this than there is just about straight pride.
And that's my problem with this whole shit. Why the fuck can't humans just be humans? Leave the fucking gay people alone. Leave the lesbians alone. Leave the trans alone. Leave the straights alone. Like, why the fuck? Why can't we just be humans?
Because we love to control and we love to tell people what we cannot do, and we are so afraid.
We don't love to control.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what the real problem is, right? There are people, parents. It's mostly parents, right? From whatever generation, however they grew up, they don't want their kids being gay. They're afraid of their kids being gay.
You know why?
So they don't want.
You know why?
No, I of course I know why.
Why?
Listen. I mean, natural purposes. I want grandkids. Number one.
That's so weird to hear.
No, it's not. But I want grandkids. Yeah, I know.
No, that's weird for me. I've known you for 20
exactly.
years.
You
To hear that noise.
Are you trying to have no
Yeah, but I want grandkids.
That just tweaked me out.
It's all good and grand. It all goes.
Gay people depend on straight people to make more gay people.
It all goes. Listen, this whole shit all goes down to fucking religion.
Yeah, that's a very
Religion,
accurate.
Religion.
Well, yeah.
This all goes down to fucking religion.
Oh, I know. I know.
That's all it is.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
It is
This
religion.
This is a Christian
Frank,
nation.
And
And being gay is an abomination. And they're really sticking to that.
Tell
so
me,
any kind
tell
of,
me,
And it
tell
doesn't
me
matter.
why.
I
Tell
mean,
me.
you got Muslims over there too. They're actually killing everybody because they're gay.
My point is nobody likes
In other
gays
countries.
because it's seen as a taboo.
It's a religion.
Wait, Ray was saying something. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Ray.
Religion.
It's religion.
Religion.
Religion is the number
Religion.
one.
You want to know why it's religion? Because Greeks were fucking each other all the fucking time. Gay people was not a bad thing.
The three major religions in the world, and it is religion.
It's religion.
It is religion because look at these red states that are using the Bible as a basis to stop abortion and stop gays.
It's
stop this and
religion.
that. All three major religions in this world.
Separate fucking church and state.
Islam, Judaism,
No, it ain't.
and Christianity.
So why are we making a law based on
denounce-
fucking religion?
They all denounce homosexuality. They all denounce the things that literally are usually progressives or people on the left are trying to fight for. So I would say it is religion because growing up in the household that I grew up, I grew up in church, in a Pentecostal black church. And black churches, we don't play that shit.
Right.
You can't be gay. You can't be pregnant. You can't wear pants as a woman. And this is how I was growing up. So it has a lot to do with religion.
I think it has a lot. It does have a lot to do with religion, but I think religion is the avenue that the fear is used to is communicated through. That's why I say I don't think it's religion, because I think it really
bro.
it really comes down to feeding
bro.
on the fear and the things that people don't understand.
Bro.
And religion is the easiest way to get people to,
Nigga,
I think, to do that.
everything we are based off of is on religion, nigga.
Everything.
You shouldn't kill. It's a law. You can't kill. Why? Because it says it in the fucking Bible. Niggas been
Well,
killing each other for years. Cavemen be killing each other for years.
Again, I think religion is the avenue.
Yeah, listen.
Like,
marriage,
it's
marriage. The idea of marriage that comes from
religion.
That comes from a religion. You know that.
Listen, okay. You know what? I might have to save this for next week. But I can just tell you right now, there's a lot of laws that are in place that people say, yes, a lot of it's founded on religion. Like this country is founded on Judeo-Christian values, and there's other countries that have, the Quran and stuff, that their laws are based upon that. All right, and then you got some places that were freaking like the communists, right? Soviet Union.
Okay.
Yeah, they had very similar laws, but they burned Bibles and they burned Qurans and they burned anything else that had to do with religion because they didn't believe it in their Soviet utopia. That didn't work out for the populace too well. So I didn't even want to get into that in terms of how they got oppressed.
I think that
But
this country is
when you
spending so
start
much time
taking
trying to turn
values
everybody to
of religion
Christians,
out
and
of
it's
the
not going to
equation,
happen.
No, it's not.
the quality of human life starts to deteriorate pretty fucking quickly.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna read something.
I don't know if
I'll get into that.
I don't
'Cause
know
if
if
you
I
take
don't know.
Darwin's theory and you apply it to the masses, guaranteed you're gonna have a serious problem.
I'm gonna read something, and I want to try and get like a one word from y'all on your opinion about it.
Good luck,
Not-
nigga.
I know I'm legitimately afraid. Okay, so this is all coming from the Washington Post, by the way. The Straight Pride Parade parallels similar calls by other majority groups that see themselves as persecuted. Some white voters who feel a strong attachment to their race have called on Congress to pass a law designating 1 month of the year as White History Month.
Oh, get the fuck out of
On
here.
International Women's Day, online searches for International Men's Day spike as some men wonder when they will get a day of their own, which does actually exist, and it's November 19th, by the way.
I say we do that, and we
shit.
do it in February.
Holy shit.
Can I? All right, so that's John's statement. John said, "Holy shit." Ray, you got one word for what I just
We
read?
might have to save that for next week.
Yeah, I say you
know-
better give thanks on Thanksgiving, boy.
Go ahead. What's up, Jonah? One word. Give me one word.
What the fuck?
That's
Isn't that what you said?
I said, holy shit.
All right, Fabian.
Interesting.
Holy
What
shit.
the fuck?
I'm
First
I'm
of
just gonna say
all-
fucked up. No, we ain't going into it. We ain't going into it. We ain't going into it.
Y'all gonna have to stay
Listen,
tuned.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stay tuned on this one. This type of topic. Whoa.
White History
This-
Month. These motherfuckers.
This topic is probably gonna come up again.
Don't-
You know,
Do we not fucking? Don't we learn about this shit every day?
We can't talk
We-
about it. We'll wait till next week.
They done lost their damn mind.
We're gonna let y'all go on this one. We appreciate y'all listening. You know, I think at the end of this episode, a lot that falls back on really falls to what Ray was talking about through a lot of this episode. When it comes to issues about sex, when it comes to issues about your preferences, your associations, communication seems to be key. The same way that John and I took something Jonah said completely differently than how it was intended.
Right.
It's kind of proof of that. So talk to each other. Watch some porn, enjoy each other.
Facts.
On that, we're out. I'm Frank, a.k.a. PJ, here with John,
Stay jiggy.
Ray,
Yeah, boy.
John,
Yo.
and Fabian.
Good night.
Remember, we are all alphas at something. Have a good night.